I'm fucking ready.
What kind of ready are you?
Absolutely MF and ready.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said. You said you were fucking ready. Come on.
I mean, I try to be. I'm wearing my Morbius shirt. Maybe it brings out the animal in me a little
There
bit.
you go. Hey everyone, Wolves here. It's just the last minute, like all the time. It's not gonna last long, but this is like just a sipping time with John comes with kids.
Merry Christmas.
Hold on.
Oh, he's got it.
Hey.
The only hat I got is I have a Goofy hat. I can wear Goofy's hat.
I got Goofy hat underneath there, but this is actually got a ball.
Yeah, the
on
Crown
it.
Royal Christmas. It's nice.
There you go. It's a
Good
Crown
color.
Royal Christmas. It's a Crown Royal Christmas.
I got a Johnny Walker blue bottle. Does that count?
You don't know how envious I am with you at that bottle.
I don't. I really don't, because I've never had it. So I've had Johnny Walker black. I don't think I've ever had red.
Red.
And a group of parents at the school where I am the director found out I liked Scotch and whiskey and bourbon, and they bought this for me as a group. I was telling you before we went live, it's the Lunar New Year edition bottle. So it's got is it the year of the tiger coming up? Something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
But it's got all this amazing art where it's all like raised, like you can, it's not like it's painted on, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So I'm gonna pop this sucker open here live on your show.
Hold on. Don't do it yet. There you go.
Oh, I need to be on my hair amazing today.
I've been at least you got hair.
I've been laying in a bed for so freaking long.
It's
okay.
Fine.
So you pull up on the little rope and it like loosens the cap. Oh my goodness.
That's why it's so expensive.
Freaking fancy. Done. That part is done. All right. I can see the cork there. Let's try this sucker. What's up, Strange Dog comic stuff? What's going on?
I actually got somebody on. Hey, how you doing? Merry Christmas.
Oh, did you hear that sound?
I heard that. That was sexy. That was so sexy. Don't do that.
Don't do this?
Don't.
Why not?
It's taken away from me.
I'm not saying you can't smell it later. I'm going to I'm going to save some so that when Tony visits me in the spring, we can have a little together.
Can't suck all the way that flavor.
You can't
do that.
What is up, Steve in the chat? Captain Comics. Get me off the big screen. I don't want to be on
Captain, my captain.
All right. So this is my first time Johnny Walker bluing. And I don't want to spill any. Should I have it without ice first?
Yeah, you should actually.
All right, let me grab another glass real quick. Give me a sec.
You got to taste it right out of the bottle. Okay, so Johnny Walker, there's different versions of Johnny Walker. There's black, there's red, there's blue, there's green, and you get the blue. That's like Johnny Walker Blue by itself is like a $200 bottle. So it's like I got 2 kids. I'm paying for their education. I'm never gonna see a blue, but he's got a blue. Okay, and we've already arranged to go down to California to see him in March. See you in March or May?
Excuse me?
It's in March, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay.
It's one I know.
I'm trying to make him save me the cap just so I can smell it. Because I'll never be able to buy a blue.
I'm gonna actually have some with you, sir.
No, you're not.
You think I'm gonna go through this whole bottle by then?
Every time you're on the screen with me, I'm gonna make you drink it. And then you're not going to have anything.
I have enough other bottles. I'll make do.
Okay. I'll drink one with you.
All right. There's a good little pour.
That's nothing. That's a sniff.
I like it better on ice. Usually, almost every Scotch and whiskey I've ever had, I prefer that.
Okay, but if you're going to try, first time drinking a blue,
Yep.
Buy it. You should at least drink it without ice.
Cheers to you, sir.
To you too.
Cheers to you, Captain, and Stranger Dog
Captain.
comic stuff.
Yeah, strange.
That's very nice.
You see?
It's sharp, but it doesn't feel like intense.
For me, because I'm poor, I've had black.
Same.
And black to me tastes like cardboard.
That sounds horrible. So
No,
why would
it
you be
is.
so excited about blue?
Because it's a $200 bottle, and I want to try it.
Because it's worth money. It's better.
Yes.
So that's a dangerous attitude to have about
There's
a
got
lot.
to be a reason why it's $200.
I think sometimes things just cost money, and it's stupid.
Well,
It's
This
definitely
is
got
only
heat. Like I
14
can feel the heat in my chest. Ooh.
really?
Scott.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Okay.
Right there.
Anyways, this is only like less than like $45, and
Well, I mean, I'm usually buying, this guy
yeah.
or my family label, the Jameson.
All right. The wood. How much does that cost you?
The what?
The one you just brought up, the wood.
Woodford Reserve. I get it at Costco, and it's like, it's that big old thing. How what's the size on that? 1 3/4 liters, so 1.75 liters, and it's probably less than $50. It's like 40 something.
So that's cheaper there than it is here.
Is it? I'll
Yeah.
double check the price next time I go. But
No,
I get
no,
that.
I'm just
I
telling
buy
you.
that, and I buy Jameson at Costco.
Yeah.
And then I'll try out other bottles at my local stores and stuff if I
Is
find something.
Costco. I bought a smoker. Oh, today I smoked wings. They were excellent. They were
Nice.
excellent.
What are you
So-
into the wood? Like what kind of wood you use? All that kind of stuff.
I'm picking up. I mean, I don't know crap. So I picked up a bag of Pitbull's competition. So it has like hickory, has oak. He has
Right.
apple. So it kind of goes cross. If you want to do pork, you want a fruitier
Right.
a fruitier wood.
Yeah.
Because they have a pellet. It's a pellet.
Uh-huh.
Or if you're doing beef, you want a oak, or you want a stronger thing. So it's a competition. So it has everything in it. So I did wings today. Simple, right? I just got it. It's a Christmas present, but I've already been using it. So I did a smoked shoulder, a Boston shoulder, a Boston shoulder, and I did wings, and and it's awesome. It takes forever sometimes, but it's
I love
awesome. And these wings came out perfect. It was awesome.
That's it. How hot did you guys do? I know you and your wife love the hot wings. Did you pick a sauce to layer them on with? Or you?
Okay, so what I did, so so we got the wings that I had to cut because it had the tip, it had the so I cut them all up and I dried them all off and I put them aside, to dry. And so I took so there was a shaker. We bought a big shaker, and we buy spices by the big shaker.
Yeah,
we have it BJ's, right? You have Costco, whatever. And it was with this one with it had this much pepper in it.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'm taking that. I put in garlic powder, parsley. Simple Simon sent me some chicken salt.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I threw that in there.
So this sounds like a dry rub.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nice.
So and I shook it up and everything. I put it on there, and then there was a McCormick grill meat that is like a chipotle.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I threw that on there. I was hoping, shit, I hope it's not so salty. And I put it
when you mix a bunch of different pre-made seasonings, you can get a lot of extra salt in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I put on I turned the grill up to like 400 degrees. It's wings. It's still a dark meat.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of flavor. It's a lot of fat. So it lasts longer than if you did a chicken breast.
But it stays juicier that way, right? Because of
Yeah.
that darker meat. Yeah.
So you turn it up so because you
This
want
is the manliest discussion I've ever been involved in. It's been scotch and barbecuing, and I'm impressed that I'm keeping up.
you want you want the skin to be crisp, so you turn it up.
Of course.
Turn it up, and I throw it in there, and I'm gonna watch 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna flip them over 30 minutes, and then there was a sauce we had. We threw it on top. It was so good.
Nice. So you had another sauce on top of all that.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
you could have it, and I just threw the sauce in there, shook it up, and you could have put it back into the smoker.
Yeah,
better believe it's the Real Man Show.
I tried commenting to Steve, the Captain Comics, and I realized when I type as you. So this was my LOL for Steve.
I know I'm not touching the keyboard. I saw that.
I have the power on this channel, and so when I type as Tony.
Hey, I could take it. Honestly, I could take it. I think it's awesome that you can.
It's too much fun at this point, right?
Because when I'm like 3/4 in the bag,
somebody needs to rein you in. That's
exactly.
What it is. Yes.
But anyways, those wings are awesome.
That's great. Who all was having them?
Huh?
Who all was there? Like how many people? How are you feeding?
2, me and Julie.
Just you and Julie? I love it.
Yeah, that was lunch.
The kids are like, we're not hanging out with you guys.
No, they were working.
Oh, okay, good.
They were working. Though I don't.
What's up, Kenneth?
Hi, Kenneth. Merry Christmas.
This is easily the easiest scotch I've ever had to drink, and it's got 2 elements: a very natural flavor that is not strong and not too sharp. It doesn't hit. But man, I feel the heat right across my chest the second it goes down. It's like this is perfect for like a cold night. This would be the thing that keeps you warm and you don't notice how hard it's going down as you're drinking it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, because if you get a black, people love that. And I'm not knocking people who love it.
I know a couple of people who like it. Yeah.
It doesn't have the taste for me to want it.
Sure.
To me, it tastes like cardboard. I'll always say that.
Huh. This definitely does not taste like cardboard.
So that's what I'm saying. Let me sniff the cork.
You'll do much more than that, my friend. I forgot to share the stream so that people come by.
Oh, sorry.
I'll do it. I got you.
But so now my son is on a kick with he researched that turkey breast is very healthy.
Yeah.
So I had him buy a turkey breast, and I'm gonna smoke it.
Nice.
Because it's like if he bought a 6-pounder, and it's basically $3 a pound.
Yeah.
If you buy turkey breast already smoked,
it's a lot more.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if this, my son's like 6'2",
but it's a good lean protein that's like, if you're doing meal prep, I don't know if your son's if he's a meal prep kind of person where you cook it in advance and you make those snacks and lunches you bring with you to work and stuff.
My son is 6'2", and his idea of a sandwich is he takes 5 patties of chicken, chicken patties.
Yeah.
And 6 pieces of bread. And he makes a
triple decker.
And he squishes it down and he eats it. And now then he's found that turkey is healthy for him.
Yeah.
So now he buys 1.5 pounds of turkey at freaking I don't know how much. It's like
deli meat, like sliced turkey, or
deli turkey. That's like $12 a pound.
Yeah.
And he'll kill that, and then so it's like it's costing me money left and right. So, okay, I'll buy a freaking $3 a pound freaking butterball. I'm gonna try to smoke it. Hopefully he likes it. And I'm not gonna spice it up too much because he doesn't like spice. But I'll do the shaker like I said before, where it was just pepper, the chicken salt that I got from Simple Simon, and parsley and garlic, whatever, and I'll shake it up and I'll do it, and I'll smoke it because I can't afford my son. I can't afford feeding my children.
I was gonna say I can't imagine how hard it was on my mom with 3 boys. Like growing,
No
we were
kidding.
all these 6 foot plus boys and playing sports in high school, and yeah.
So when you were a kid, what were you eating during your lunch?
I mean my mom made a ton of casseroles. That was like her thing. So it was always like tuna casserole, chicken casserole. Like she would come home and whatever was left in the fridge, she'd just throw it in. It's like, oh, it's a souffle. It's a whatever.
Yeah.
She would just whip something up. She was one of those kind of moms. I'm gonna finish that off. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a big pour. Holy crap.
Okay, I'll join you.
Good luck on that. Holy crap. That might have been a bit brazen.
You know,
So
you guys
I finished the
screw-
bribery. Bribery's done.
You guys screw me all the time, you know.
What's that?
On the East Coast, it's 25 past 7.
10:20, yeah.
Were you?
7:20.
That's why you screw me all the time.
Well, I mean, I was finishing dinner when you were like messaging me, like, go, 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 go. I was like, all right. I was watching a horror movie and eating dinner.
Which one?
I'm finally finishing the Scream series. So I'm watching the last Scream movie.
I've never seen one.
Number 6. The first one, if you've seen horror films, Scream number 1 is just phenomenal. It is so funny and original and meta, like perfectly meta, where they're making fun of horror movies. And there are a few scenes in that movie that are just so beautiful. Like the girl jumps into the car to get away from the bad guy, locks all the doors, and then realizes she doesn't have the keys. And she's like, what do I do now? And then he holds up his hand and he's got the keys. And then he drops down and she can't see where he is. And like this door unlocks and she's got to slam. It's like whack-a-mole. I got to lock this door before he opens it. Then this door. And while she's doing that, you see, because you're watching through the windshield, the back door going up slowly. Right. And she's like trying to figure out what door the killer is at. And he's climbing in the back of the car. It's so many great moments like that are just tension filled and fun. Like creative. Like when the second he holds his hand up, he takes his knife and he raps on the glass and she looks at it and he holds his hand up and goes, jingle, jingle, I've got the keys. And then just drops out of sight. And she's like trying to look out the window of a car, but you can't see straight down when you're in the car.
Yeah.
So good. So many moments like that.
I've never seen one of those movies.
I grew up with Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and all that stuff. So in 1990, I think it was 6, I was finishing high school and I'd seen all these horror films and there had not been a great horror film in a long time. And this movie comes out and it's got Neve Campbell, who I think is smoking hot. It's got Courtney Cox, who I think is very attractive. And I'm like, this movie could be something fun. And it's got great reviews. It's got Wes Craven, the guy who created the original Nightmare on Elm Street. He's directing it. I'm like, this sounds like something interesting. And I have not had a film going experience like that in a long time. Like it was just everybody in the audience was cheering, laughing, screaming. Like it was just amazing and funny. Like the actors in it all get what they're doing is funny. Like this is as much as it is honoring horror films, it's satirizing them at the same time. So they're talking about how don't have sex. Like if you have sex, you're gonna die. That's what horror film. They go through the rules of a horror film. Don't do drugs. Don't say I'll be right back. Don't go out the door by yourself. Right. She even at one point the killer is like, "What's your favorite scary movie?" She's like, "I hate scary movies. It's all some big-titted blonde running up the stairs when she should run out the front door." Like she burns the genre that they are actually honoring at the same time. So good. There's a sequence when the news reporter wants to watch the kids at the big party because she thinks the killer's going to strike. So she stashes a wireless camera in the party. And then she's out in the news van across the street watching the party from the news van. And they realize right away that there's a delay between what they're seeing on the screen and what's happening in the house. Because she opens the door to the car and scares the guy because he's like watching her on the screen. But she's like, no, I just walked out. Like, I'm still on the screen? Oh, I just walked out. Okay. Later, that comes into play where they're like, they think they're watching. There's a kid, Jamie Kennedy is drunk and he's watching television. He's watching Halloween, the movie Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis. And he's like, Jamie, look behind you. The killer's right behind you. and the killer's right behind our Jamie Kennedy. And so he's saying his own name. He's saying, Jamie, the killer's right behind you. Look out, you know he's around. And the killer's right behind our actor, right behind him. And then the news reporters in the van watching. So it's like meta. It's a screen watching a screen watching a screen, right?
Okay.
And they're saying, the killer's right behind you. The killer's right behind you. And he's saying it to his movie where he's talking about Jamie Lee Curtis. The killer's right behind you. It's so good. But then, of course, the journalist is like, we got to rescue him. They open the door and they're like, oh, wait, there's a delay.
Right.
And they look back at the screen and the killer decides not to kill Jamie, but to go out the front door. They turn around. The killer's right there. He's killing them instead. Great. Those kind of moments that are just like, your palms are sweaty and yet you're laughing at the same time because it's so like it knows what it is. Like it knows the movie that it's making. And yet it's having a blast doing it. You know?
Yeah, I've never seen the movie.
So
Any of the movies.
So they've got all of them streaming right now. And the girls love Scream. It might be their favorite of all the horror films they've watched. And the other night I was like, I haven't seen 4 ever. I stopped at 3. Like the original ones, and then Wes Craven died, and so they passed it on to other filmmakers after that. And I was like, oh, let's try one of these. And the girls sat down. We watched 4 last night, and then I watched 5 today when the girls left, and then now I was watching 6.
Okay, in 1 it was the guy who does Shaggy.
He was in the first film. What's his name? He played Stu in the first film.
Okay.
But they always have a new fresh crop of teenagers to kill in the next movie. There's only a handful that appear again and again. Neve Campbell is the lead. She plays Sydney, and she was on that show Party of 5. And,
yeah. All right. So
phenomenal.
in the first one, it was Shaggy, right? Who was killing everybody.
Well, every film seems to have 2 killers. So you never know which 2 people are working together so that you suspect one person, but then, oh no, the killer's over there. It can't be him. But then you're like, wait, there's 2 killers. So they take turns wearing the costume. You don't know who's in the costume.
Oh, gotcha.
Later in the movie, when they reveal that there's 2 of them, each movie seems to have 2 killers.
So who was the second killer?
I guess you don't care. It's a 30-year-old movie. Skeet Ulrich. He kind of looks like what's his name? Johnny Depp. He kind of looks like a young Johnny Depp. In fact, people have always said he's a young Johnny Depp. So Skeet Ulrich is in the original film.
So hey, Killito. I'm gonna be totally. I have no clue. Okay.
Ooh.
So in the first movie, there's 2 killers. Why did the 2 killers? Because it was.
Why did they commit the crimes?
Yeah.
The films are all seemingly and kind of poetically almost looking at modern teen culture that is very much about wanting to be a part of it. That social media desire to be in the movie, to be part of it. So of course there's an element of, I want to be famous. I want to be a celebrity. And if I survive and I pin this on somebody else, I'm going to be the survivor and I get to go on living infamously through this murder spree, right? So almost every one of the Scream villains is in some way or another desirous of being a celebrity. So there is that like twisted psychology to a lot of it. But there's also usually an underlying connection to the character's pasts, like, Sidney Prescott's mom, like the main character, the main actress, her mom and dad had a very tumultuous marriage, and there was a lot of stuff in their small town that came out of that family dynamic that was so toxic. And a lot of kids resented Sydney and her mom and her dad because of kind of what went down in their small town. So there's always stuff spinning out of the family dynamics at the core. Does that help?
No.
The very beginning, we meet Sydney, Neve Campbell's character, and her mom died a long while back, and Sydney testified in court as to who she thought was the killer, and that guy went to jail.
Okay.
And Sydney's mom was getting around, cheating on dad, and there was some very odd things going on in town. Well, now there's this new killer that seems to imply that maybe Sid was wrong and put the wrong guy in jail. And so a lot of the films are connected to Sydney and her mom and what her, oh, I'm your long lost brother, I'm your long lost cousin, whatever. Like there's, because mom was getting around, maybe there was stuff going on. You know what I mean?
So the two killers in the first movie is because her mother was getting around.
One of them is very much mad at Sydney's mom for breaking up their family. Dad was sleeping with mom and, this kind of thing. Like, so there's that kind of stuff going on. Later films, there are like more family dynamics that come out, more things that come out. So the original film, it's just two boys that want to be famous, and they want to capitalize on the misfortunes of Sydney and her family. So, and they were the original killers of mom because they were banging mom.
The two kids, Shaggy and the young Johnny Depp was banging mom.
Yeah, mom was getting around, man. Don't have sex. That's one of the key tenets of horror. Don't have sex.
Just say no.
Although the hilarity of Scream is you get to see characters who have sex, do drugs, drink, say I'll be right back, and they survive. So they play on the tropes a lot. What's up, Hack? What's up, Damien? Cheers to all you gentlemen.
Hey,
but I mean, it's not really a Christmas thing. I mean, I know you're doing a Christmas show here.
He's drinking.
I derailed you with horror.
No,
yes, I'm finishing my scotch before I go into my bourbon.
You got to show what you're drinking.
Well, I don't know if Carlito is still in the chat, but I was gifted a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue for Christmas from the students at my school. A bunch of the parents chipped together.
Bullshit! All the 7-year-olds he taught got together, found a place that will serve them, and he bought a bottle.
This is accurate. That's how it went down. All right, so I'm almost done with that, and then I poured. It's hard to see that there's an ice cube in there, but I poured a massive bourbon. It was probably. I have not been drinking a lot lately, so I'm probably thirsty.
Kidding. You realize you've been sick for like 3 weeks.
You keep saying 3 weeks. It's been 10 days, not even 2 weeks. You want to see some books I got?
Yeah, I want to see what you got.
All from the early 80s. I got a bunch of slabs lately. So let's start with, I was talking about New Teen Titans on Magic Lasso's channel. And I realized how few of the issues I have and how many of the art covers I really, really love. So I got this issue number 24 with this beautiful Perez cover with the whole team, Blackfire and Starfire, 9/8 with the great George Perez label, which is apparently it's been retired.
Yep.
So I saw this was like stupid. It was like $40, like the price of slabbing, basically. It's a beautiful cut. It's one of my favorite Teen Titans covers. And so I just jumped on it. And then immediately after that, I realized I don't have a signed George Perez book. So I just searched around for some signed slabs, and I found this one this was like $30. So this is another New Teen Titans issue. It's not a high grade, but it's a signed, verified signature of George Perez. It's got the whole team on the cover again. So now I have a Perez signed slab, which again, these are still dirt cheap. Perez books are still very reasonable.
CBCS or is that CBG?
That was a CBCS, and I got that off of Shortboxed. I just sort of searched George Perez signed books, and this was like stupid cheap. Like I think with shipping, I still was under $50. All right. And the last slab I got is a book I already own, but there was a veterans auction where the money was going to support veterans.
Yeah.
And it was through Bronze Age Nerds channel. and they had a plethora of this book right here.
I don't have that yet.
Well, it's good for you because now I've got 3 copies. So
Oh.
you have 1 now. I will give you 1. I've got 2 raw copies.
That's not why I said that. You
And
know,
I don't care. That's why I've got so many. I do not need 3. I bought a raw one. I bought a slabbed one, and I already have a raw copy of this book.
okay, so I want the best raw copy. You're gonna give it to me. I want the best raw copy you have.
That
Don't
sounds
even
like
do
a
that
deal.
to me, okay?
That sounds like a
'Cause I
deal.
didn't say that I wanted it. I just
I
said
didn't say that you
have
said
it.
you wanted it.
Yeah, I know.
So
but I didn't say I didn't say it. I didn't
they
say it.
sold and raffled off, I want to say like 20 copies of this book. And I just kept getting in the running for it. And then he finally was like, well, I've got my slabbed 7.0. And I just bid stupid money on it and I got it.
I know, but I didn't say that because you know who I am.
No, I don't know
You-
who you are.
No,
I've never
fuck
met you
you.
before.
Well, it's my channel. Screw you. Why am I saying that? You know who I am. I don't say that shit because I'm looking for someone to give me something.
I don't
I'm
think
just
you
saying-
are. I don't think you are, but I've already got stuff for you. I've already got some goodies set aside for you.
Did you
Besides scotch.
did you put together the Legos yet?
Yeah. Didn't I already show them off the Legos?
No,
The Doctor Strange, right?
you didn't show it to me.
What are you talking about? I even posted them all over Instagram. Is Doctor Strange? And Blue Beetle looks freaking. Ted Cord looks amazing. Love Ted Cord. But my favorite one might be this Deadpool, man. I posted my first appearance of Deadpool with this statue, with the figure, and I tagged you. Where are the others? I got Groot. Groot.
You told me you wanted a group.
I got him now. And Jane Foster. I love this full armor Jane Foster. So cool. So thank you, sir.
No, I want to make sure.
So Bronze Age Nerd even threw in a couple of extras. So I love this X-Men cover with the whole team in a graveyard. Looking all badass. And then he threw in, look at this What If Secret Wars with Doom wearing the Infinity Gauntlet.
Awesome.
Come on. So those were throw-in extras just as like thank yous for people that were buying books during his auction. So those are the books that I got. I sort of treated myself for Christmas, I guess you could say.
Good.
Yeah.
I didn't treat myself to any comics this year.
Why not?
Because you know, I got the kids and we're paying for college and everything. So I had to figure out what we're going to.
So here's what I'm doing on that front, and it's good that you brought it up. I'm sorry that my voice is doing this thing. I'm cutting way back in 2024.
Yeah, me too.
In anticipation of, I got 2 years before Kate goes to college. We've started putting money away for the college, but now I'm going to basically do a lot of my monthly pull list money because I'm going down from, 2 years ago, I was getting something like 10 books a week. Right. Then it was last year, I was down to about 16 books a month. Next year, I've got, I think, less than 8 a month. So all that money is now being funneled into Kate's college fund. So that's my plan as well. I'm not going to buy as many omnis and hardcovers as I did last year because last year I bought way more than I've ever bought. But looking ahead this coming year, I don't have that many omnis to buy, maybe 2 in a full calendar year, which is not hardly any. And then fewer and fewer like keys. I only have a couple of key books to buy in the next year, like not stupid priced like Daredevil 1 kind of keys, but like just keys, so I'm cutting way back, and I think that's going to be, I'm able to save some of that money like you're doing. We're of the age where our kids are off to college, and we're trying to assist with that so that the loans they have when they leave college are not so significant. they're going to have student loans, but like how high, how extreme, how intense, how much to pay back, that's the question, right? So that's, yeah, I'm in the same boat, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, they're both in there, but the thing is, Portuguese. Okay, so when you're a Portuguese, when you're a grandparent, you put money away for your grandchildren.
Sure.
So I'm paying. Okay, I'm paying half of my college, my kid's college, because of my mother is putting money aside for that. But it's so I either way,
Yeah.
not full or half, whatever, I get a cut back. So what I've been doing is I've been have you ever heard of Hip Comics? It's like an
No.
auction.
Mm.
And it's like it's like a 99-cent auction. So the comic starts at 99 cents.
Sure.
And I
Is this on YouTube, Instagram?
It's a URL, so it's on.
Okay.
But I'm so proud of myself. It's a 99-cent comic. So you look through what they have, and for some reason I can't explain it, but I'm so attracted to Silver Age DC that just I can't,
because the artwork is great and the characters are iconic.
I can't explain it. I don't know what it is.
I don't think you need to worry about explaining it.
Everybody's like, there's a shitload of Amazing Spider-Man, and I just go, maybe one day, click. But
well, and DC keys are still so reasonable. Like I was saying, I got both of these New Teen Titans books. I spent less than $100 on both of them, shipping included.
Yeah.
And one of them was signed by an icon who's no longer with us, George Perez. Sorry, I missed Magic Lasso. These are the books I got. I'm going to be posting them soon, my man. And this one is the one I told you about. I really wanted in a perfect grade because, again, less than $60 for this beautiful book, which has one of my favorite Teen Titans covers. It's just absolutely gorgeous cover with, again, those covers with the whole team. I love them. So
a couple of years ago, I bought a bunch of like 6 of them from Big Will.
Sure.
That had it was just Teen Titans, but they were signed by Perez and someone else.
Marv Wolfman, probably.
Wolfman. Yeah. It's like,
yeah, I've gotten Marv to sign my Teen Titans #1, my new Teen Titans 1, and I got him to sign some of the Deathstroke. Remember, he wrote the first run, the solo run of Deathstroke that Mike Zeck drew. So he signed issue #1 of that when I saw him in Baltimore. Really nice guy. And he signed a bunch of my new Teen Titans trades. Really great guy. But I was never able to meet George Perez. And so I wanted to get at least one book in the collection signed by George. And those books were too cheap to ignore.
Exactly. I don't understand that.
Well, I don't want to collect the whole run, but if I'm able to get the keys and the covers that I love and have some that are signed by these iconic gentlemen, then why not?
No, I don't. I understand that. I don't understand why it was cheap for Perez.
I think because we're not in the right year for it. I think eventually we'll get a live action Teen Titans movie, and it'll be timed with the right age of kids who grew up watching Teen Titans Go and loved that animated show and loved that cartoon. And when that movie hits, those books are going to become unbelievably expensive because I think the audience will be there for it, right? Versus, I think at some point the X-Men thing is going to pass. The people that love the X-Men are of a certain age. They're not my daughter's age. They're my age. And our time as consumers of media is growing thin. But the Teen Titans Go audience, like my girls loved Teen Titans Go. And that audience is right now entering the market where they are popular for those things, right? Like
I have the complete there was a time there when I was ripping shows. I had the software, break it down, rip it, and put it on.
Yep.
Because my son I love him. He loved Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
So I have the ripped version, and I have the actual. We actually bought. So I have both set, a ripped and
Yeah.
actually bought away. And like it's
And I
like
think it'll be like Deadpool is now. Deadpool is hot now because there's movies that are coming out and a new audience is like, yeah, I grew up with Deadpool and this is awesome and exciting and fun. In a handful of years, maybe 8 or 10, if the Teen Titans movies start coming around, that audience is going to be primed for it. And it's possible some of those books will go up with them.
So do you think Teen Titan? Okay, so before Teen Titan Go, there was actually Teen Titan
The
cartoon,
animated show. Yeah.
which was very good.
Yeah.
So do you think that version would be more than Teen Titan Go?
I don't think they'll make a live action Teen Titans Go, but they will make a Teen Titans film at some point. I think some point when DC, Warner Brothers, whatever owns the rights at that point comes around to it, they're going to realize they want to make a film that is more like making a Justice League movie is certainly great in the current market, but they got to look ahead at the young people consuming media, like my daughters and your kids that go and they'll buy things right after they see a movie. They'll want that cup or that shirt or those, clothes or whatever. That audience is primed for those characters. They already will go in knowing who Nightwing is, Starfire, right? They'll know these characters and be excited to see them on a big screen for the first time. Now, it'll be fun, it'll be lighthearted, it'll have some of the elements of Teen Titans Go, but it'll be definitely based more on the origins of the new Teen Titans, right? And you might get to see Robin become Nightwing, or they might just start off with Nightwing already in place. But I think that's going to be the team of the future for DC. It's not going to be Justice League. It's going to be Teen Titans eventually down the line, because my girls didn't grow up watching Justice League cartoons. They watched Teen Titans cartoons. That's what they liked. So I do think that's going to be their own universe, and it'll be the thing that you build off of. And you can still have a Batman universe where Batman pops into the Teen Titans movies every once in a while, those kind of things, right? But I think it's savvy of DC right now to make Titans the focus of their universe, because young fans, that's what they want. They're not going to go in and buy a Justice League comic. They don't know who Barry Allen is or whatever. They know John Stewart maybe, but they don't, because he was often the Green Lantern character popping in and out of this stuff. But I think Teen Titans is going to be the future for DC at some point.
Okay.
Completed your Silver Age Titans run. What? Magic Lasso.
Really?
Congrats, my man.
Don't forget Teen Titans had their own. Yes.
I was just happy to get this book in 2023. That was my big DC book for 2023. Very, very happy to snag one of these. So that was my big purchase. I'm still trying to get a DC Comics Presents 26, that first new Teen Titans book. I want to get a super high grade. 9698 is my goal.
DC
Comics Presents 26. That's the big key for the new Teen Titans that I need to collect. But I don't feel a rush. I think the market for that book is coming down and down and down. And I
have that. You're not getting it.
I don't want you to give it to me. I want a 9.6 or a 9.8.
Oh, screw you! I don't have a 9.6. You put a pressure on me getting you these.
I'm not asking you to get me anything. I'm a big boy. I can take care of myself.
Have you met me?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I still have the handprint on my ass cheeks.
Yeah. That's an old wolf hug. I have to grab a cheek.
Honestly, the 9.8s are not stupid expensive for that book. The 9.6s are, I think somebody got a 9.4 newsstand the other day and they were talking about spending less than $300 for it. A 9.4 newsstand of that book for $300? Are you kidding me? I'll take a 9.6 or a 9.8. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, they were about $400, $500.
Oh, no, that's eBay texting me. Get out of here, eBay.
eBay. It's all eBay.
So that book, Avengers 3, and a couple other Avengers are on my, and then of course that Secret Wars 11. Those are the books I'm looking to get in 2024. But that's about it. If
Avengers
I finish
11?
the Secret Wars run, I get that DC Comics Presents, I get those couple of Avengers books. I'll spend the rest of my time just upgrading things from here on out. Oh, the markets come down. Good for John. He'll buy another copy at a higher grade, and then later when the market goes back up, I'll sell it.
You looking to upgrade?
I've got about 10 to 15, I think, uncanny issues that I want to upgrade that are low to mid grade that I would like to have mid to high grade.
So what are you going to do with it when you get them?
What do you mean?
If you have the low grade and you get an upgrade, what are you going to do with the low grade?
I usually give them away unless I want to have 2 of a certain issue, right? Yeah, I usually give them away. I gave a handful of books to my buddy.
I'm not proud.
Oh, good Lord. It's not Byron. God dang it.
What's his name? He's not a good friend if you can't remember his name.
I'm just.
What's my name? What's my name?
Frederico. Oh
What's my name,
God.
bitch?
What's my name? Say my name.
Say my name.
So good. Oh my God. Where is it? Oh my God.
I got a flute in freaking band camp.
Holy cow. I wanted to say Bronze Age Byron, but I know I'm wrong. And now it's like hurting my head that I can't.
I got a flute. I played a flute band camp.
I sent this guy 2 slabs and a whole ton of books, and my brain is just like, ooh. Bigby McFly, the comic guy. And Bigby, so I've known him, Brian is his real name, but I've known him like since I first started collecting back in when I first started YouTubing. He was a close friend to Bueller, and when Bueller had his original sponsor of like comic book like boxes and bags and boards and stuff.
Was it Max?
Yeah, Max Pro Supplies. Brian was the head guy for distribution. He was the guy in the office who would make sure supplies were getting out. And he gifted me not only like a whole set of supplies to do a review on, but then he sent a whole set of comics along with it. And then when I had an issue with something, he sent me 2 massive orders of stuff to replace the stuff I was having issues with. And then that company went out of business and he moved on. He moved on to other work, but now he's come back. He set up his own channel. He's already at like 1,200 subscribers or something on YouTube. And he was like, I lost my whole collection. I got into business and that didn't work out so well. So I don't have my collection anymore. And I'm trying to get back to having the Uncanny X-Men run. So I went through and pulled a bunch of doubles that he needed. And I had just bought a huge, massive group of upgrade X-Men books. And it included like 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7 slabs in the 9.4 range. Stuff in the 80s and maybe 90s that I was like, no, it's nice. Nice to have a higher grade copy. So I just went through, I sent him 2 slabs. I sent him a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, look, here's some doubles. You've given me so much. Like, if this gets you back on the road to where you're trying to get with your X-Men, it's just returning the favor, right? So yeah, I do have a big stack. His name is Bigby McFly, the comic guy, Brian.
Do you want to put him?
I can find the link. I'll find the link. But I do have. So I have I think it's in the neighborhood of 15 comics that I need to upgrade. And when I upgrade them, yeah, I pull aside the books that whichever one I want to keep. Sometimes I want to keep both. I've got a newsstand and a regular of some books. There he is. But I usually don't need 2 of anything. I've got 2. I'm going to keep both copies I've got of issue 96, which is the first Moira. What are you laughing about?
I'm laughing because I just put a freaking URL out there.
I did.
And my hands are like,
yeah, you're magical. You're amazing. He unboxed the stuff I sent live. There it is. Here's the video where I sent him the stuff.
Do it. Can you do it?
So,
Put it out.
what's up, Rod, the freaking Rican
Dude,
in your
hop
chat?
on. You want to hop on? Honest to
Join
God.
us, Rod, if you feel like it.
Oh my God.
I
Okay, I'm gonna put it out here.
he's already got it. You sent it on Instagram to me, didn't
I
you?
know. It's
he's
on
got it.
Instagram. Where the
He's
hell
already
are
got
you?
it. He's already got it.
You're up. 11 o'clock. Oh my God, he's naked underneath the fucking blanket.
One of the last comics I needed to complete my Claremont run was issue 96. One of the last big keys, which is First Moira, right?
Yeah.
And within a month, 2 different community members sent me copies of this book.
That's
So
what you do.
It's stupid, but it's amazing. I got one from The Boy Who Had 7, which was, of course, the higher grade copy.
How's he doing?
Matt. He's doing really well, man. He just dropped a video yesterday, I think.
I'm so sorry.
And then the other one came from Comic Tom. He knew I needed the book. He had a low to mid-grade copy, and he's like, here, enjoy it. And he gifted me. So I have 2 copies of X-Men 96. I'm not giving away either one because they both came from friends that I've made in this community.
What happened if I wanted one?
I'm not giving one of those away. We'll help you find your own copy, bitch. I also have 2 copies of X-Men 94, which is my favorite X-Men book.
Why?
It's the big X-Men book for me.
Why?
Giant Size is lower than X-Men 94 for me.
Why 94?
I mean, I came up in that era that you did where Giant Size X-Men felt like an annual, and annuals were not important. The first issue in the ongoing was important, and 94 was that book. Plus, it was the first one that Claremont wrote, officially with his name on the book. Giant Size was Len Wein and Cockrum together, and they did the relaunch, but then Claremont came on and he wrote after that. So 94 is still the big issue to me.
I always wanted that one.
Yeah, you did.
Because they got the big head thing really turned me on.
Yeah, Nefaria. What's his name? Something Nefaria.
That big head.
Yeah, he's laughing or screaming, and they're all.
I always wanted that one.
The Blackbird blew up yet again.
Yeah, I'll take the best version you have. That's not the lowest version.
What is
I'm
up?
Just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm not proud.
I am making a care package for you, and the longer it takes for you to get out here, the bigger the care package is going to be. So just be ready.
Hey, I already booked.
I've got a piece of original. I've got original comic book art. Well, no, what should I say? It's a sketch cover just for you.
Really?
Oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing.
All I do is give you Legos. I don't know if I can when you're doing that.
And now I've got first appearance of Rogue. So I got annual number 10.
I don't want to hear. I want to be surprised. I don't want to hear.
We're just scratching the surface, buddy. That's just a sample.
Because I don't ask for shit. I don't ask for anything for anybody. I sent you freaking Legos because I wanted to. Merry Christmas, Travis. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't ask for shit. I don't. I goof.
But it doesn't mean I'm not going to send it to you. Rod, I'm emailing you the link.
It's in the freaking thing. I sent it. I know I sent it.
I know it's in our Instagram, but he likes to email it, so I'll email it to you, Rod. I'm emailing you the link right now, my man. You got it. But John, Merry Christmas to you, Travis.
You realize I appreciate that, but the biggest part of me going out there is seeing you're
Becky, so full of shit. This is the biggest part right here.
No, the cork. All I asked was a goddamn cork. I didn't have.
We will finish this bottle, and you can take the whole thing with you.
Okay, all I asked was the cork. That's all I asked for.
I don't care. You get the whole bottle, buddy.
Yeah, but you know, I can drink the bottle. That's the thing. Oh, right. Oh, device not connected.
Give him a second. He's loading he's in bed. The device is still not connected. I see him backstage. He's got to connect his device. He's trying to do his phone. It's tricky.
So wait a minute. Because I gave you the ability. You see what I see in the backstage and everything?
Yeah. I got all of it. I got all the power, my man. I am you.
You don't want to be me.
What is the line in Lord of the Rings? He says, I am Sauron, or at least Sauron as he was meant to be.
Oh, there you go.
Rod's
My
trying to
name is
connect.
Saruman.
Right.
I'm gonna change my. I'm gonna. It's still not connected, Rod.
Yeah, he's having issues with his phone. It's hard. I will say, StreamYard and phones don't go well together. It prefers laptops.
Rod, get out of the
desk.
bed. I just wrap the comfort around you because
Yeah.
I know you're naked, and just go to your chicken seat. Let's get real here.
Oh, I love it. TM, we love you, buddy.
Yeah. Travis has been over. I was with
been
him
in the
with
chat.
Matt Spidey. Yeah, I sat for him with a while.
I can give TM the link too if he wants.
Yeah, put him on.
I'll send it. I get over on Instagram and drop it to him.
Give it to Ryan too if he's still on.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Magic Lasso, you want the link? I got everybody. Let me find everybody. Here we go. Here's
I mean,
Ryan.
it's only 11 o'clock over here, so I got another 30, 40 minutes.
You got longer than that. You know that.
I know. She'll get mad, but
don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. All right. I added a couple of folks to the link list here for you. We'll see. Sleeping Rod is still struggling. Sadly, he can't join. It's all right, TM. I feel you, brother. I know how it's hard that, trying to make
Merry Christmas, brother.
Stuff schedule.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. Cheers. Wow, that's really gone down a lot since I started drinking this. Okay, so
I want Kalito on. Why is not Kalito on my channel?
Oh, hey, Carlito's still there. I can get him the link.
Why is Kalito not drinking with me?
I think I got his email. Let me see. Carlito, I got you, brother.
On the screen, that means nothing. Kalito, I want you on. You son of a bitch.
I just sent it to Carlito as well. So I have not read books in the last 3 weeks. I got a lot.
Your lot is not even close to my lot.
I did finally get this cover, which I'd been trying to get. I had a different variant for this book.
Wait, are you going to read it, or are you just going to bag it?
Oh, I read it and made a video on it, my man. I made a video. Is that
the one where Nightcrawler's?
Yes, we learn more about Nightcrawler's parentage.
So she's just a dick. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I know you're gonna get that one.
I got the Virgin variant and I got the regular of this cover. I got to read that issue of X-Men. I got to read the new Poison Ivy. I'm one issue behind on this amazing cover.
I don't read it. I just get the cover.
It's such a good book. It's a very entertaining book.
I'm not reading.
This is a great book. I'm reading that.
I'm not touching that one.
You'll love that book. I think you would love that book.
Nope.
I have not read Sentry, but I had to get issue 1.
Nope.
So I'm trying that one out, but I don't know if I'll keep up with it. Final issue of Uncanny Spider-Man.
That's the final issue?
Issue 5, yeah. Marvel is doing a lot of 5-6 issue limited stuff.
Which is I like miniseries.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, I'm still getting that one. Getting that one.
Of course, this week, Nightwing.
Yep. It's right over there.
Really good. That one. Final issue of Dark X-Men.
Don't touch it.
And final issue of X-Men Red.
Don't touch it.
Love all the Storm goodness.
You know something I want to ask you?
And then the new Wonder Woman.
Okay. Are you reading a Wonder Woman, or are you just getting
Yeah, I do not buy a new issue and skip reading it. I read every single new issue. This is the furthest back. That's the entire. Those are all the issues I need to read right now.
Okay, so So are you getting the regular Green Lantern?
No, I tried it for a little bit. I didn't care for it.
Why?
I thought it was boring, convoluted, and just uninteresting.
Same here. I'm still getting it. I'm going to cut it. Are you getting the Thor?
I never read a Thor run after Jason Aaron. I didn't even read not Tom King. God, what was the run right after Jason Aaron? It was Donny Cates. Didn't read Donny. Didn't read any of the runs after after Jason Aaron. I felt like it was so good. I didn't need a Thor run for a while.
Yeah, so I'm thinking of cutting that too.
Okay.
I feel the same. I'm not. I mean, I told you about the one I got last month. I got creased.
So good.
Okay, maybe. Okay, all right.
The Wonder Woman,
I'll
Tom
pick it
King.
up.
Tom King's Wonder Woman is one of the. So here next year, Tony, there are only I think 5 comics on my pull list next year, 5, and they're all DC books.
I know. That's another thing I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
Because I didn't expect you watching your shows that you gravitated toward DC and not Marvel because you were such a hard on for friggin' X-Men.
So here's what's happened, Tony. Most of my Marvel books were Hickman era X-Men, and the Hickman era is ending. So I don't feel the need to pick up whatever new team is coming onto these characters. Do you know what I mean? I feel fine sticking with the DC books I'm enjoying: Nightwing, Poison Ivy, Green Lantern War Journal, Wonder Woman, right? I think there's 5 DC ongoings that I want to keep reading. The Marvel books I was reading, all of them are ending. I just held up the last Uncanny Spider-Man, the last X-Men Red. There's one more Immortal X-Men in January, and then that run ends. So all of my X-Men books are done by January. And then I think there's 2 limited series that are going to go from now through till summer, like one a month. There's Fall of X, and then there's Rise of the Powers of 10 or something. 2 mini series. And that's it. I'm going to read those. And that's the only Marvel books I'll be buying until summer, basically.
But
like 2 a month.
I've always been heavy DC than Marvel.
Sure.
And then, okay. So, but, watching this, that, and the other thing, it sounds so wrong that Marvel, that DC is more the thing than Marvel is. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's always been about the creative talent, right? And I think somebody posted something today about, I'm trying to remember if it was Kavi. Somebody pointed something out about, it was Chris, Chaos and Comics, posted something about, don't forget the value of an artist in storytelling, like the ability of an artist to tell a story. Okay. And I think the best artists and writers, the best creative duos, seem to be either doing independent comics or doing DC. So, like, look at this list that TM mentions here: Joshua Williams, Tom King, Tom Taylor, Ram V. Like, none of these guys have been given power to do much at Marvel in a really long time. Marvel has not been giving top tier talent.
I apologize. But when's the last time Tom King did Marvel?
Vision. The Vision miniseries, like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, again,
now,
10 years ago.
All these writers and artists, they oscillate, right? They'll go to DC for a while, they'll come back to Marvel, they go back and forth, and they will sign in the interim like exclusivity kind of contracts to work at these places. I think the guys at Marvel that are working there, Jason Aaron is one of them, who's now moving to DC too. Jason Aaron's going to DC.
Really?
I think he's doing Superman. TM can correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say Jason Aaron is going over to do a big run over at DC. I don't think Marvel holds on to their guys, the top tier talent, the same way DC does right now. And that changes. DC was in the slums not too long ago. Now DC's got the talent and they're paying them the money to make the best stuff. And I don't think look at the people that they put on the X-Men books. And I think other than a couple of highlights, Kieran Gillen, I love, Cy Spurrier, I love, and Al Ewing, all really talented gentlemen. Those are the only 3 X-Men guys I think are really great. Jerry Duggan is like a roller coaster. Even Al Ewing can be a bit of a roller coaster. I think they struggle to do it. Yeah, TM's right. I think it's Action Comics. Jason Aaron is going to take over Action Comics after Philip Kennedy Johnson's done. Philip Kennedy Johnson, another great talent, doing great stuff at DC. Hickman is definitely still at Marvel, and he's going to be, but he's only doing event stories. He is not doing a lot of ongoings. He's doing Ultimate Spider-Man, which I hear is going to be interesting and possibly really great. That's about it. Rod keeps trying to get in. Rod, I know you're struggling with
It's not working.
I think it's just because he's struggling to use his phone. I see him
I told him
backstage.
to go. I just told him to go to his camera.
He's got to go to the man cave. He keeps trying to work from his bedroom.
Dude, I don't care if you have pants on. Just put a shirt on.
Yeah. So for me, like, to answer your question without getting too long-winded, like, for me, my pull list is basically just 5 DC books, but it's based on talent, right? It's Tom Taylor, who's doing a great job on Nightwing, right? It's Tom King, who's doing a great job on Wonder Woman. It's Philip Kennedy Johnson, who's doing a great job on Green Lantern. It's Birds of Prey. It's Poison Ivy. It's really these 5 books that are producing quality because the creative teams are really great. At Marvel, I'll get these 2 Rise and Fall miniseries books, but that's it. That's my entire pull list from now till summer.
I'm just finding myself.
It's seven books a month.
I'm just finding myself going towards more independent than
Sure.
DC and Marvel. I'm because of money, I guess. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying the mini series where it just goes 5-6 issues,
right,
and it changes. I'm part of me was always a an independent type of person going for, there was Marvel, there was DC, and Sleepy Rod. It's not working, Rod. It's where I'm going. I've done a lot of cutting because of money. Lady F, right. How you doing? And because of miniseries, kind of like, okay, you pay, and it's gone, and you change something else, so the budget gets shorter. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm thinking, what do you think of the Daredevil?
I do not like the current Daredevil. I dropped it very quickly.
Me neither.
And I think for me, like, I agree with you. I think people who are big readers like the smaller collected formats. So the trades and the hardcovers and the omnis, it's great to have a collected story and be able to enjoy it. So that's why indies, I think, appeal to people like me. I love being able to get it's how I read everything Ed Brubaker does these days. I know my man Rod is a big fan. I caught up on Local Man the same way, and I enjoyed it far more as a trade than as a single issue series. I think indies prove that format works, and I think Marvel is maybe to Kevin's point. Where's Kevin? Sorry. You can sell a 5-issue trade. You get a creative duo with a story in line, and they sell a 5-issue series, and then you sell that trade or that hardcover. And if it's great, next year bring them back and do it again. Add another 5 issues.
But me being a collector from years ago, I feel guilty that I rather have. I'm from the time when there wasn't so many trades; it was all floppy.
Yeah.
So I feel that I'm losing out if I wait for the floppy, and I don't get the individual issues.
Yeah. And I think when people say comics are dying, and people like me and Reggie stand up and say you're stupid, you're crazy, the disconnect is this: is comic book individual issue collecting dying? Maybe. But is comic book the format dying? No way. Manga is still the greatest selling books, period. They are absolutely massive. And you can't say they're not comics just because they read back to front. because the
Right.
format's a little different. They are still comics. Manga is comics. Hardcovers, trades, omnibus sell incredibly well. So is comic books the culture dying? No. Is collecting possibly dying? Maybe. Is this the end of the single issue collector? Are my daughters in 20 years going to have a collection of single issues that aren't mine, that are theirs? That's an interesting question.
I don't think
But
so.
is comic book the media dying? No way. Not possible.
No, I think whenever I shit the bed and I have a no, I'm totally so serious. I'll tell you
No, I
this.
mean I know you, so I know the truth.
Yeah. When I totally shit the bed, and then my family has a totally wall full of comics, floppies.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I'm expecting a
because
call
of
from
that, because
Julie
I've
all about how
collected
to try to sell this crap.
right. No, I'm not even going there. Okay, because I've already told. No, seriously,
Yeah.
between you, me, you, and everybody else who sees the rewind,
The
I
7
told
people
Julie.
watching.
I told Julie when I die to contact you because you have to come and figure this all out.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, I told her that's in my will.
Yikes.
Honest, you have to figure all this out.
Me specifically, or is there a group of us?
No, you.
Just me.
Honest to God,
Oh my God.
Ask Julie.
I'm scared, and I know that to be true.
You need to figure all this out. Okay,
Oh,
but
Jesus.
anyway, actually, so when we're saying like floppies and I'm more I need for some reason I need the floppy
Yeah.
because it means more to me
Sure.
because the trade is like second best.
Yeah. And then the digital reading would be third best, right?
I can't do digital reading because it freaks me out.
But I think knowing my daughters, they would absolutely flip that reverse order. They would
No.
say digital reading on an iPad is a lot of fun. Charlie loves the Marvel app. And if I said, "Oh yeah, you want to read this mini series on the Marvel app?" she would probably read the whole thing in 15 minutes. But if I gave her a trade, she might spend a week trying to get through it. And if I gave her the single issues, they would disappear into oblivion.
So if I gave Charlie a bunch of 1950s comics floppy wise,
right?
Would you rather have that or the app?
See, that's the thing. I think Charlie would prefer to have open the Marvel app, scroll to whatever the series was, and read the digital reading.
Really?
Over the single issues.
I always thought that Charlie was more of the to have the floppy in her hand and flipping the pages.
I think you're mistaking two different elements, which I totally understand, because you and I would be like, we're old school. We want the single issues. We want to read the old stories, old, right? Charlie is like, I love the old stories. I don't want to read them the old way. Does that make sense? So she would, if I got her a digital download of the entirety of Archie comics read digitally on the iPad, she'd be happy as a clam. She would just be like, read, don't stop. But second best would be a collected edition with a ton of Archies in it. And so third best would be like, I got to get these damn books in and out of their bags and read them one at a time.
So all the floppies ever here, I'm just going to burn them because
yeah. I don't think certain books will ever, they talk about blue chip keys versus like regular keys and then the average comic. I think eventually the average comic will lose all of its value. And there won't be anybody who wants that random issue of Teen Titans that I buy. But the keys, Avengers 1, Avengers 4, whatever, the first appearance of Banshee, whatever. Some of those keys will never lose value because they're a blue chip book that.
But you're not going to get rid of them.
I'm not getting rid of any of my books, at least in my lifetime, unless something huge happens.
So I just want to tell everybody, all those non-keys that John said worth nothing I got a gazillion of it, and
Yeah.
I'm going to be selling them soon.
I think if I were a smarter man, I would notice where the market is and where it's heading and try to clear out anything that wasn't a key right now. Just look at big runs like, hey, I've got the entire New Teen Titans Volume 1. And it's got a few keys in it. It's got that first Deathstroke, whatever. Here it is. Here's a lot. I'm just going to sell it. And I'm going to take that money. I'm going to clear that space because in 15 years, will New Teen Titans Volume 1 be worth what it is today? I don't know. I think these books are going to steadily go down unless they're a blue chip Giant Size X-Men 1, Hulk 181, Detective Comics 27. I don't know that some of these books will be like the highest value that they are today, but the blue chip keys will always be worth something historically, right?
I got a wall.
You mentioned Funko Pops a few times over the last couple of days,
No,
and I think that whole market has bottomed out.
Exactly. My brother has a I saw it quick, so he must have like maybe 10, 15 totes of Funkos.
Okay.
So I need to grade them or whatever. But
Right.
I don't know how to I don't even know how to sell floppies. So
what I would
how am I
do,
gonna sell Funkos?
the first thing I would do if one of my brothers called me up and said, "Hey, I've got this collection of Funkos and I want to sell them and I got to get rid of them." The first thing I would do is buy a ton of those clear plastic boxes that are like, I'll put my Funko in this to protect it. I'd buy a ton of them. I would just go online, find a website that sells them,
right,
and buy a bunch. And then I would seal them based on value. I would go through all his collection and say, like, these are the ones that need the case, seal those up. Most of them I would just take to a local comic shop and be like, here are 700 of these.
You can't do that because
I would clear the low level ones out in one big go.
No,
and then the rest of them I would put on eBay one at a time.
No. I used to work at a comic shop.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago. And they will give you 10 cents on a dollar.
Yes.
Because they need to make the profit.
Yes.
Nothing against them.
No.
It's a business, whatever. But as a person who's trying to get rid of them, I'm not. I'm talking for my brother.
Right.
Getting 10 cents on a dollar? No. I would never do that.
For the lower level ones, I'm fine with it. Like if I've got 700 of these things to get rid of, and if I can get rid of 500 of them in one big go and I get $200 for them, fine. Take them, sell them. I got $200 and I can use that to buy all the little plastic cases for the ones that are going to go on eBay one at a time and that I will get top dollar for because I know what they're worth. And I set a low price where I'm not comfortable dropping this for less than $50. But if it goes above that, great. And here it is. I'll just put them on eBay.
I'm going to be selling my brother's Funkos on John's Comics Kids website. And we're going to, so because
I would look at Whatnot, because Whatnot has a huge Funko family. I would look at eBay and I would just sell them, or I would set up an Instagram just for that. Funkos for sale.
Okay, so Whatnot is not going to happen because because you need to
build up a following.
Yeah, I don't have that.
It's the same on Instagram.
Okay, I don't have that.
Okay, but let's just I don't know how many Funkos your brother is looking to sell.
My Funko, my brother is got one pile that's my height, and one pile that goes twice my height.
Okay.
Because for some reason he put all his money into it, and so now he's looking to get rid of it because of
more than likely most of that collection is not going to be worth much. So the trick is how do you maximize it? You would need to firstly, I think, create a space to sell it, whether that's Instagram, whatnot, or eBay. You would need to create a space. And then you need to make sure people know the space is there. So, like, how do you bring your audience in to find it?
I
That's a
don't know how to
huge
do that.
challenge. What?
I don't know.
eBay is at least an easily search. It's the least work required because they will do all of it, but they're going to take a ton of the money.
Yeah, I know.
At least Instagram, if you were able to like make some noise, let's say I had 200 of these things. I post 10 popular ones and I share the link out and I create an Instagram and I'm like, hey, if you want to buy Funkos, here's a bunch. And I just keep spamming it out there and my friends share it and everybody's sharing it. And I build a little following of Funko fans and they can buy it for a set price. This one's worth 20. This one's worth 50. This one's worth 80. And I just start selling them. And then every once in a while, I drop another 20 on that Instagram account. I post pictures of each one, a bunch of different angles. I set a price. This is what I want to sell it for. Shipped. This is the price shipped. And I just, boom, I just keep shipping. I do 20 at a time, just bam, bam, bam. And I will build a little following for that Funko group, you know? That's a way to do it without any fees, unless you're doing PayPal or something. And then you have PayPal fees and things like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to do it for him. I don't know. I've never. I'm not a Funko person.
No, I think ideally he is hooking you up with some of this stuff. What's up, werewolf?
Werewolf.
I'm sorry, TM. He was posting some great stuff about like digital reading. So I'm reading some of my Marvel books digitally. I caught up on Rainbow Rowell's She-Hulk that way. I thought it was great. I caught up on Black Widow by Kelly Thompson. I love digital reading. I have no problem with it. But I prefer, my favorite form of reading is in collected editions, hardcovers, trades, omnis. I love reading full stories and holding it in my hand. So I'm somewhere in between Tony and my kids as far as how I want to read. I want the full story.
So what are you going to do with those full stories?
What do you mean?
Okay, so I'm totally floppy.
Hey, that's a blue pill problem. Buddy.
Yeah, okay, but you're totally hardcover.
Yes, I am. That's what my wife tells me.
So, what do you plan to do with those hardcover?
I am allotted in my current household design a certain number of bookshelves, and I store my really nice omnis and hardcovers on those shelves. And I still have space. I'm not maxed out on space. I used to have a large collection of just regular novels, fantasy, fiction, nonfiction. I had a bunch of novels. And comics over these last 5 years has overtaken that. And I've donated, like I had almost the entire hardcover run of Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan series. I donated all that. I had the Sword of Truth series, which is a great fantasy series. I donated all those hardcovers. And I've filled in omnis and things in those places. I think when I max that out, then I'll have to look at the man corner that I'm using here, which my wife and I agree needs to be remodeled and would have shelving space that maybe moves some of that stuff in here. But I don't see myself buying a massive amount of hardcovers and omnis going forward. It's like a couple a year. You know, I think I'm going to keep up with Philadelphia, the Claremont run. Potentially I'll get a couple more New Mutants omnibus, but that's about it. I'm not going to go crazy on omnis at this point. I'm kind of where I want to be, you know?
You bought Philadelphia.
Yes.
Your man is going to be in the last page of the news.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I think Philadelphia is jumping the shark.
It's interesting. I have not read those issues. I stopped getting the single issues right before the Spawn reveal. And I moved, once I saw they were going to start doing these large hardcovers for Philadelphia, I said, I'm fine stopping here and just getting those. So I haven't seen how he's done it, but I'm curious if it's jumping the shark for me.
It's totally
clearly he's taking Philadelphia and completely connecting it to the history of Image Comics, right? We're getting Spawn, we're getting Savage Dragon. What does it all mean? I don't know how meta this is getting.
This is
And I can't decide if it's good or bad because I haven't read it. I don't know if you've read it.
it's totally jumping the shark. It
You
has
think so?
nothing to do with Spawn. It has nothing to do with your Savage Dragon. This universe that he's Philadelphia has made up. It has nothing to do with what they're doing now. I'm sorry, and it hasn't.
No, it's fine.
I enjoyed the fact that it was like it brought back American history, and it brought it to now. And the father was a vampire. They
Yeah.
dug him up to help him out. Was going. I enjoyed that part,
Right.
but I
Right.
don't see that part creeping into Spawn. It has no friggin'. There is no way that universe fits. I don't care how.
Have you read any of those issues with Spawn and Savage Dragon?
I read some, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if because I have not read the issues that have those other Image characters yet.
I can't see how it dovetail into what Philadelphia was.
I have concerns about it too. Like what you're talking about is the concept of suspension of disbelief, right? Which anything you pick up that is fiction, anything, any novel, even a movie you watch, the second you read or get into those first 10, 15 minutes or those first few pages, oh, there she is. Look, this is one of my favorite comic community members. The Lady Fantastic, Caroline.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, gentlemen. How are you guys?
I have not hung out with you in a long, long time. I've missed you.
I've missed you too, man. It's been
awesome.
It's been busy. It's been busy here, but I need to jump on here.
I like your friend in the background there too, chilling.
Miss Kitty she's a good. She's my ride or die puss. So
my Calico is running around doing her zoomies.
I am glad to see that you have adopted cats into your family.
My daughters are just the same. They're very happy about it too.
They are. Years, you realize how many years it took him to get a cat in the house?
But they bring you a lot of joy, don't they?
Oh my God!
No, you realize it took years to get him for like.
Oh,
there you go.
Cheers to you, Lady F.
Cheers to you. I got a Yazoo. This is a local brewery.
Yum.
Pale ale.
This morning, my wife was taking a picture of the cat, and I was like, because she was the big holdout on pets, and she.
Does she have allergies, or she just knew she was?
She was not interested. She was just not interested in caring for another thing. But this cat won her over, and she's taking these pictures. And I said to her, "Did you ever imagine your phone would be full of cat pictures?" And I think she was just like, "No." And I'm very happy about where I'm at right now. But it took this cat to sort of crack the hard shell.
But once you do, man, oh my God, they bring you so much joy.
Oh, she's a sweet.
That's
sweet
what I said.
That's
what I said.
So much joy.
A couple of years, telling him to get a furry for her. His kids love animals.
They do.
For years, I've been telling them, get something for your
journey.
Yeah.
This stray cat had to like come into our lives at the right time in the right way, and I think it really it worked. Timing wise, the cat's attitude was perfect for our
timing is everything.
Oh, for sure.
So it's good. I'm glad to see it though. It makes me happy to see you're convinced by I fucking love cats. They're absurd.
They're phenomenal. Yeah.
And
I was never a cat person, although I had cats growing up. I was never a cat person.
Are the sassiest little beasts that are psycho killers, but also little cuddle bugs.
Well, it's funny because I live in a household of all women,
sassy little beasts,
and a female cat. So it's sassy beasts from wall to wall.
Oh my God!
Here.
Yes, you're just getting nothing but sass.
I just get my little man corner, and I have my comics, and I got my whiskey.
I'm so sorry for you. So sorry.
It's all good. It's
You love it.
honestly the joy of having people come around that want to snuggle and lay around or make biscuits on you like that.
Mm.
That stuff is all priceless.
My dog, who's a male,
Yeah,
he loves a snuggle.
there you go.
Oh yeah.
He's
Well-
he's my nap buddy.
I love tomcats. Like, so this one, Miss Kitty, she's my first female.
Uh-huh.
She's spicy. She's a little spicy one.
How did you get her?
So it's an interesting story. I got her on in July it was June of 2016. And kind of shitty circumstances. Like my buddy called me and I found out that a really, really good mutual friend of ours, she died randomly. She'd been having issues with like mild seizures.
Oh, wow.
And she had a mild seizure and like slumped over and like her esophagus got blocked or whatever.
Oh, no.
It was so sad. She had like 2 little girls. She was like, mid 40s. It was just fucking tragic.
Wow.
Anyways, I was so fucked up about that and so sad that I was like, I got to get a cat. This shit's fucked up. I got to get a cat. And so the next day, like I got on Craigslist and I just looked through, like the free animals, because the best cats are the ones that are just like you find in the trash can, or like, they're just dumpster beasts. People are like, hey, take this
Feral.
from me. Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's what I got. And, this girl said, hey, I saw Miss Kitty and I was like, she's beautiful. I want her. And she was like, she's 6 months old. She came up to us starving and thirsty. And because we are a dog household, it's just not going to work out for us.
Sure.
So
Sure.
just trying to find a home for her. And I was like, I'll take that bitch. And we've been ride or dies ever since.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this cat was definitely a bit of a feral beast. She showed up. I think you've heard. She showed up at my school, pregnant with 8 kittens. They found her in the garage, and then before they could spay her, she had 8 more. So 16 kittens in like 8 months, and we donated them to families at the school, so they all had amazing homes. All these kittens. But mom was the only one that didn't really have a home. The school loved her, and she was catching mice and running around the school, catching rats and mice all the time, and just was like, I don't need your indoors life. Like, I'm just living my dream here, having kittens and,
making
and just,
babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I came on board as the director on that campus, I was like, she needs to be spayed. Like, she needs to be. So I brought her home and got her to the vet, and then we cared for her with her cone and everything after her surgery. And that was when my wife was like, I really like this cat. Like, I just know and love this cat. And then we started living this like half life where she would go to school with me. Like, I would take my daughter to work with me, and she would run around the school and catch cats and mice and stuff. And then I would bring her home at the end of the day and she'd play here. Well, that worked really well until like a month and a half ago, when she just vanished for it was like almost 3 full weeks. She was gone, and she came back and she was like skinny and she was malnourished and just weak and tired. And we brought her home and beefed her back up, and haven't taken her really back since then. And that was when my wife's like, she's not going back. She can't go back to that place. Like, I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if somebody like kidnapped her and she just escaped and had to find her way back, whatever. So she's been living here at the house with us the next 3 weeks after that. But she is clearly like a mouser, loves outdoors, but she also snuggles and is sweet and caring, and she's at the school. She would go into the kindergarten classroom, sleep in a little kid's chair in the corner while they were doing their math lessons. She would get like paint all over her from sleeping on kids' artwork at night, right? And then she just was super comfortable with kids. They could pet her, and she would just not bite or anything. She was very friendly, but she was an outdoor cat. So she came home here, and my girls were just like, we love her. She's great. She's like zoomy. She'll climb everything, go across and just live on everything. She doesn't need people, but she clearly is social. Like, she's very, connected to people.
Is she chirpy? Does she like vocal?
She is. She'll make funny noises in the morning. Like whenever we walk in certain rooms, she'll be like, "Brr, brr, brr," and she'll come in like the bathroom when you go in the bathroom first thing. But she doesn't like sleep on you or get in your face. Like she's not like I need to be on you kind of a cat.
Oh, that's Miss Kitty. She has to get. She gets up on my face and like licks it and like touches my nose and stuff. Like when it's early in the morning, every morning when she wants to.
But she's also, I think, had limit. I mean, she's every time I've taken her to the vet, they say, "Is she just one?" And I'm like, "No, she's probably 2 or 3, but she's really young, and I think she's just never had that kind of love before. I think she's just kind of starting to get what it's like to be part of a family unit, and I think so. It's possible she'll become that later on.
Good. That's good.
What's up, Agu? Werewolf says Rico was a neighbor's cat. When we started to move, he cried so much we asked if we could keep him. He slept out. He's asleep outside now in 90-degree heat. Don't worry, he will come in. I love it.
Yeah, I love Miss Kitty, man. Animals bring a level of joy. Like they do give you endorphins. Like it's legit. Like there's a legit statistically significant alteration in your mood if you get a pet. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. And I know both of my girls grew up with my dad and my stepmother rescue dogs, and they have a foundation they work with. And my stepmother actually was the woman who would go to people's houses to determine if they were a good candidate to take a rescue dog. And she even had one that she would take to senior homes and stuff that was like a therapy dog.
Yeah.
So they grew up around 100-pound golden retrievers like their entire lives. So like to Tony's point, like not having a furry animal in our household was tantamount or parent like connected to like child torture, like in some way, until this cat came along.
Oh, okay. Hey, I ordered the kind of beer that I want, and they're delivering it. So give me a minute. I'll be right.
I'll put you backstage.
Okay. Don't you put baby in a corner.
What I will not.
Old wolf? What is?
He's throwing a little temper tantrum. Look at him.
Is she still
Let
there?
her get her beer, man. Jeez.
I'm just getting a beer. I got.
So John goes, "I'll put you backstage."
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I can run the controls here on the ship. You relax. We're talking. I brought a great guest on to talk cats. You can just sit in your chair.
I'm only gonna be okay. So in 15 minutes when I'm gone, you're gonna keep this. Can you keep it going?
I can keep the show going as long as I want. This is gonna be the first time I keep a show going after you leave instead of shutting your show down so that you can go to bed.
Because my lovely wife was like, "You still up?" Yeah.
I love Julie. I'm excited for the wives to meet, our ladies to meet.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think after hold
on. Did I give you COVID? I didn't think it was possible through StreamYard to give somebody COVID.
So okay, so in January we have to, we have
coordinate
to talk. Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing, kitty cat? Come here, girl.
Rod, I'm so disappointed in Rod.
I think he was having too many tech issues. He's probably asleep already.
I told him just put a shirt on and go to his desk.
I've never met a Santa that delivered beer. There's my kitty cat. Come here, girl.
Oh, look at John looking for his hoodie.
Come here, girl. She's like, nope, I'm just gonna sit here and look at you. I'm not coming to like be on your show. I don't do YouTube. I'm a cat. I'm not a YouTuber. She likes to she gets on the windowsill in Charlie's room and then jumps from that windowsill up into the upper level of Charlie's closet up above where like the coat's hanging and stuff, where the rack is, and then sleeps up there. So every once in a while she just comes strolling out of Charlie's room like, Got a good nap. Oh, the beer is back,
Okay.
Lady F.
I got my real preference.
There it is.
It's
Ooh,
a blue moon.
moon.
When you're
Nice.
are you going to cut a piece of orange?
No, I don't have any orange on me. Can you give me some? You gonna send me some?
You actually, I need your address and I will gladly send you some orange.
I will DM you.
Some citrus.
Yeah, I'll DM you my Addy and hopefully it'll get here by tonight.
Werewolf says he is a Tim Tam Wolfie. I don't know. I don't know my breeds of cat.
Tim
well
Tam
enough.
is the stuff.
It's like a little sweet from Australia.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
chocolate. It's a rafie. It's a chocolate
roofie?
wafer that you bite opposite corners and you suck. It was awesome.
I mean, you saw
It was awesome. It was not very good in milk, but it was
Okay.
awesome with whiskey.
Nice.
That sounds interesting.
Okay.
I want to show you some books I got this year.
Did you see the Teen Titans books I snagged recently, Lady F?
Mm-mm.
I got issue 24, a really great Perez cover that I
Very
just
much so.
absolutely love. It's got the whole team on there and
Mhm.
Blackfire and Starfire. And then I got my first George Perez signed issue.
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I couldn't believe how cheap this was going on Shortbox. Then I was like, this is issue 5. And a couple of books I just didn't have. And I was just happy to get that Teen Titans, some of those Teen Titans books that I got.
And it's good to have a Perez signature. I mean, like,
Right?
you know.
Yeah,
I love that guy. Such great art.
What about you, Old Wolf? What's some did you get any big books this year you're proud of? Or
I can't pull it out. Oh, well, I actually
man.
Didn't you get the first Dead Man this year, or was that last year?
last year.
Last year. Okay.
I can show you this.
sure.
You're gonna open your mail call?
Why not?
Why not?
I don't want to get in your way.
I've been what I've been doing is
Enlarge yourself.
I got him.
he controls my whole channel. What are you talking
I,
about?
does
I
he?
have control. Yeah, I've got total control.
You won't even let him drive.
Yeah.
He's getting up there. We got to watch out. I don't know
No,
how
I
his
don't
vision
care.
is.
I don't care if he controls it. Anyways,
I think you do.
I've been doing a lot of have you guys ever heard of Hip Comics?
No.
No.
They do a lot of
Oh, this is
99%
the
auctions.
online auction stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been picking a lot of stuff. I've been picking up a lot of it's not Marvel. I've been picking up an old DC stuff.
But you've always liked old DC. Why are you always
I
acting
know.
like it's a shock?
I feel so bad.
Why do you feel bad? Collect what you love, man. If you love old DC, get old DC.
I've been getting old DC too.
I don't know why it feels guilty that I pick up like old DC stuff.
Collect what you love. Don't make excuses.
I know, but it's just the way I am. I don't know.
Something's wrong.
I
with
think
you.
because everybody loves Marvel, I can't. And maybe it's.
I
Because
think that's an
can't stand-
illusion that's in your head. That's not real.
Maybe because I can't stand anything that's because Venom and there was a point every Marvel character in the was a symbiote.
Mm-mm.
That
can't.
cat is a symbiote. Hold
she's
on.
This cat right here.
Oh, pretty girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I pick these up every month.
She's a sweet mama.
That's what we call her. Yep, Mama Cat. That's her name.
Yeah, mama cat. She said you let me
All right.
go.
Here, you go by the window. She likes to look out the window and see what critters are running around outside.
Mama cat.
She'll just like sits there all through the show. Just look out the
Oh, you
window.
get them, mama cat. You get them.
He's gonna catch those mice or whatever is running around out there.
The birds and the squirrels.
Yep,
Do
everything.
you let her?
Get all.
Do you let her out of the house?
Not anymore. Nope.
Oh, mama cat.
She's gotta live that domestic life now.
She's hating your guts. Anyways, so here you go. Here's the December
Mhm.
Mail call.
Comic Tom mail call.
I can hardly wait.
Me too. The freaking guy physically gave me his freaking phone to take a picture of everybody else except me. I love it.
I got a picture of you. I got lots of pictures of you.
No, he physically gave me his phone.
His phone. Yeah, you took pictures of me and him together.
Everybody except me. Like, yeah, no problem. Thank you very much. Tough.
Always
Okay,
bridesmaid,
so
never bride.
this is the Amazing Spider-Man that goes with the Spider Boy.
Oh, okay.
So the
That's
Spider
Kirkham.
Boy
That's a cool variant.
is over here. No, it's over.
Who's the artist on that?
Kirkham.
Yes,
Yeah, it looks like it.
it's Kirkham. So there's a Spider-Man Spider-Boy that sits on the ledge over here. That was last month.
All right. Do you have that one too then?
Yeah, I do.
You're on it.
This is for you. You ready?
Caroline.
You ready for this one? It's a reprint for.
Oh, that's for me.
Yes. This
Poison
is our first.
Ivy. You don't know my
it's a
name?
reprint for first appearance.
Oh, first Poison Ivy.
They've been doing a lot of great covers for her first reprints for her first appearance. Yeah.
I can
I don't
never
know if you.
afford
I think
that,
I
so-
showed you. I posted it a few times probably. They did a great David Nakayama redone cover for her first appearance for Poison Ivy issue 1.
Uh-huh.
Amazing. It's got the checkerboard cover across the top. It's got a Nakayama reimagined version of that first appearance, but it's for Poison Ivy issue 1. So good.
That's awesome.
He did a great job on that.
So this is a Batman 191,
Yeah, 181, but yeah.
181 reprint of the original. Okay, I gotta take my glasses off.
You and I are so opposite on that. I got to put them on to do this shit.
I gotta take them off. Okay, Ariel Diaz is doing the artwork.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Limited to 1,400.
That's a great cover. I like the flex.
No, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Next one. Ready?
Yep.
I'm not. Hold on.
You're not. No, okay. Sip first. Okay.
I'm trying to build up that drama. Okay, here we go.
Ooh, that's a good book. Yeah, that Wolverine. What is issue that? What issue is that?
22.
22.
It's
There's something key about that. I can't remember.
This one?
Yeah, shoot. Is it Wolverine 22?
Yeah.
Or is it like Marvel Presents?
No, Wolverine 22.
All right, let me look it up.
It's a burn. You can tell it's a burn.
Yeah. Besides looking like he's drowning in macaroni and cheese, there's something else about
it's this time it's real Spore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you now.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, I'm talking to Werewolf by lunchtime. You got Spore on your face.
The big disgrace.
Mm-hmm.
All over the place.
Shoot, there was something about that book. I can't remember now.
Look it up.
I tried, but I didn't. It didn't show up. So maybe I'm crazy.
You just lying to me, bastard.
My cat is named Mama. We just called her Mama because she had 16 kittens.
All right, so I got a little
months.
print here. I don't know what it looks like, but ready?
Ooh, nice.
There you go. This
That's a
is
cool
out of 1,200. This is 761.
All right.
You ready for the next one?
I don't know.
And the last one?
Okay.
Oh, it's a Batman.
Batman in Russia.
It's a Wolfman. I already have this one.
Early to mid 80s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it's 90.
Really?
Yeah, March of 90.
What
bad.
is Batman doing in Russia? Is he trying to stop Gorbachev?
This was with the Beast.
Batman versus Gorby.
It was
KG Beast.
KG Beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of the KG.
I have a Veronica Goes to Russia from 1990, and it's got Mikhail Gorbachev
it.
on the cover.
For Connor and Betty?
with the little stain on his head.
Nice. I love it. All right. I think Caroline had something to show. Right?
I'll just show you some fun books that I don't know. Well, this one I got this year I was pretty proud of is the first appearance of Hella.
Nice.
Oh, dude. Great book.
First
You have
Prisoner of
one, right?
whom?
Do you have one right, John?
I do not have that book. Great book.
What did you say now, Wolf?
First appearance of whom?
Hella.
Hella. It's
That's
hella
a
good.
beautiful- That's a beautiful. Actually, show it again, closer.
Are you
Kirby,
fucking with me?
the Kirby hands.
Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful.
He drew Thor so well. I think it was one of the greatest things Kirby could draw was Thor.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I really liked Kirby Thor.
It's like issue 7 or 10 of Avengers when Thor's like whipping the hammer around.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
great
yeah.
Kirby cover. It's not a key or anything, but it's such a great piece of art.
And
Man.
then I picked up this year and I've just been wanting to get it for a long time.
Oh,
There you go.
Thor 160. Sorry, Hulk 162. First
way to go.
That's a nice
Yeah.
shape too.
Great
Yeah,
book.
thanks. I actually got this from A&M Comics.
Wow, look at the white on that book is like
Cool.
super white.
That
Yeah,
is
it's
cool.
very nice shape. And I thought it was a good deal.
Yeah, phenomenal looking book.
That is
Gorgeous.
so clean.
That's a beauty.
Thank you. And then
Thank you.
I found this today at my LCS for $16.99.
Wow. God, that's such a great cover.
Avengers
You
78.
found that for 1,716.
I want to put you backstage. You keep talking crap.
I got it for 1,699 pennies.
Wow.
Great cover. Holding up T'Challa and Cap like that. I
That is
love it.
Yeah. Just yeah. Anyways, yeah.
So good.
I've been wanting this for the longest time, but I didn't ever want to fork it over the price.
Right?
And I saw it today for $16.99. I was like, scoop.
Where
Buy
did you
it.
find that for
Do it.
$16?
17 technically because it was $16.99.
Oh,
I found it today. I mean, it's in
Wow.
not perfect shape. It's not in perfect shape, but
but
The
it
corners
shows,
look nice.
it shows beautiful.
it presents beautifully.
The colors are sharp.
Yeah, it pops.
That sunset in the background is so clearly red, yellow, white. It's so clearly done. The colors.
You know
pop.
something? At this time, the browns to me is so awesome.
The browns.
The brown, I don't really. Is
Yeah.
brown.
So you're looking at Manape's thighs, is what you're saying.
Okay, yeah, I'm into his thighs.
He's like
anyway,
leg day. He never.
Thighs. At this time, if you go to the Fantastic Four, when they show thing, the browns and the oranges would just like
Right.
pop.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then
Hey,
this
I'm into guys' thighs.
was a kind gift from Donnie the Mastodon,
Oh, Donnie's.
Oh,
This
Merry
is-
Christmas.
House of Mystery,
Oh, don't do that to me.
a beautiful Mike
Wow.
Paluda cover with
Wow.
all these animals. This story is amazing. I read this story. So the first story it has to do. So this shows like a beast like howling, and then
Yeah.
all these other beasts or animals howling.
I'm
and
getting
it's-
Animal Farm vibes.
Yeah, so it has to do with like this brother and this sister. They're older and like they live on this farm with a bunch of animals, and the farm was left to both of them like half and half. And like the brother couldn't stand the sister because he wanted to sell the farm, but she wanted to keep the farm because of all the animals, because she loved all the animals. And like, you know, the brother was really mean and it was going to go and like beat her little pet dog because she accidentally like tripped over the pet dog and spilled hot soup on her brother. And he was like, and he's like, all right, I'm going to kill this damn dog. And she was like, no. And she jumped in the way and got shot and killed. And so
That's
like
so
he takes
good.
her body out to go bury it.
The
And
daughter,
all-
the sister's body.
The sister, he buries his sister, and all of the animals see. And so what he had been planning on is that he had gotten these rabid rats, and he found them, and he'd been saving them in his in the barn, and because he was going to unleash the rabid rats on all the animals to kill them, and then
As
they
one
could
does.
yeah. And anyways, all the animals on the farm, they chased him into the barn and locked him in there with the rabid
Wow.
rats. And
Oh my
he
god.
How can you not love? I literally want to get the whole series of this.
Tony, have they ever done a Journey into Mystery omnibus? Just Journey into the House of Mystery or Journey
Hey,
like any
so we're going back to what I said before. Is like I come from the time of the floppy.
I know, but has a House of
Not
Mystery
the
because I know
omnibus.
that like Swamp Thing's got omnis, but have they done a House of Mystery like all
I've
those
never
solo
seen a
stories?
House of Mystery omnibus.
Me neither.
Straight
No,
up.
Okay.
it has to be because I want all those freaking
Well,
mysteries.
what was the one I sent to you recently? The one that was like that was an
It was the Teen
omnibus.
Titans.
No. There was
No,
like a shadow.
no, wait, hold on.
I sent you an omnibus
Hold
that was
on.
like,
I found this for $2
yeah,
today.
he's gone. He won't know. Ooh,
Girl number 2
love those 20-cent Supergirl books.
for $2. Heck
The
yeah.
costume with the puffy sleeves, I love it.
Oh, man.
Oh,
So-
awesome.
Yeah, found it today for $2. All right, make yourself. You
Yes, the Phantom Stranger omnibus. 'Cause
Oh, what?
Yes. So I sent
You
that to
brat.
I gifted that to Tony, because I was like, he mentioned he wanted it, and I was like,
Open
they
it.
just
Open it.
Yeah, I want to see. Oh my gosh.
I'm just excited that DC put together all
Where'd
of
you
this
find
stuff.
that?
It's on in stock trades. I think they still have a nice copies for a reasonable price.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's Phantom Stranger. What does it collect, Tony? Can you remind us? It's on
probably
the
the
back.
showcases and then the run.
Hold on. Okay. So,
I love
Phantom
it.
Stranger Omnibus features the works of some of the comics that celebrate talent. Okay, so it doesn't show me. Oh! This volume collects Phantom Stranger tales from Phantom Stranger 1952 1 through 6,
Okay.
Phantom Stranger 1969 1 through 41, Batman and the Outsiders number 8, Brave and the Bold 98. 80, 90, okay, 80, 89, 98, 145. DC Comics presents 2572. DC Superstars 18. House of Secrets 150. Justice League of America 103. It just goes on and on.
There's like almost 60 comics in that thing. Look how big it
weighs
is.
about 10 pounds.
That's freaking awesome. I just love that DC put that together. That they put that out.
They need to do. Have they not done like a House of Secrets, House of Mystery?
That's my question, because I feel like that is worthy of an omnibus.
People would buy it.
I would buy it.
Right?
I would sell my okay.
No,
So
you
my
wouldn't
first
sell
child,
shit for that.
maybe,
You would
I
just
don't
buy
know,
more
maybe
shit.
second.
Come on, get out of here selling shit. You don't sell shit. All right, let's go back to Lady F. Let's see. She's got more stuff.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
gonna hold.
go for it.
So also, I'll show you some fun stuff that's not the big 2 that
Okay.
I got this year.
I love that.
Not big 2. Okay, here we go. So, well, this was probably not this year, but this is like part of my Disney, and I want to show it. That darn cat.
Ah,
That's a great
I
show.
love it.
Gold
I
Key.
love it.
Haley Mills.
That cat is like, fuck you. Why are you taking my picture?
I know. I love it. It's given all the sass.
I love it.
It says it's given like main character energy. You know what I mean? Like this bitch.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, and then to complement that, Walt Disney O'Malley and the Alley Cat.
I love it. Yes.
Aristocats.
Aristocats all day.
Yeah.
Gold
so
Key.
yes.
Woo.
Yeah, Gold Key.
Yeah, man.
15 center, based on the characters from the Aristocats.
That's fantastic.
And then we've got the Walt Disney's The
Beagle
Beagle
Boys.
Boys and the Marvelous Madam Mim.
Madam Mim, I love her story in the Sword in the Stone. So
Yes.
great.
Yes. And the back of this is actually a virgin.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's wild.
Is that
And
what I
same,
said?
same for, well, actually, this is, yeah, same for this one.
Look at all these gold keys. I love it.
Rocky and his fiendish friends.
I love that they're such a good shape.
80
Oh my
page special.
Look at that Mylar magic. Ooh, and a clear backing board.
Ooh.
What? That is a great drawn haunted house.
Dudley Do Right.
Oh,
Love
that's
it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Moose and squirrel. I will get you
and
moose and squirrel. Yes.
Mortis and Thalia.
God warfare is everywhere.
Wow. Ooh, the square bound.
Yeah, it's a fatty.
No, it's
Yeah,
a
it
nice.
is.
It's in great condition.
Square
that's
bound
number-
books. Man, they're so hard to get in nice quality.
That's number 1. And then I actually have a number 2.
Man.
And it's another 80 page special.
Tying them to the train tracks. Classic villain move.
Yeah, I love it. So this one isn't I don't have a clear cover for it, but
Love Rocky and his fiendish friends in Hollywood.
yeah.
But it's clean.
Look how nice that square. It's so hard. I can't tell people enough. Square bound books. I sent 4 of them to CGC in one go.
Yeah.
And my presser cleaner was like, "Don't fucking send me any more square bound books. I'm sick of this shit."
Oh my
Who's
gosh.
Who's the presser? Who's your cleaner?
This is my man Andrew's Comics and Dogs on Instagram. He's near Reno in Nevada. And I sent him a ton of really oversized books, like giant size X-Men, square bound books, and he was like, "This is exhausting." He's like, "I hate square bound books. It's so frustrating."
Okay, so here are 2 reprints that I got of some classic Golden Age classics. This is a Suspense Comics. I want to say it's number 5.
Look at the
It's a-
color.
I
It's-
know.
It's a Schomburg.
You look at the red, the yellow, the green, the blue. Everything just pops.
This is like in a nice shape is like a $300,000 like
That is a gorgeous book.
comic.
Wow.
Is that you said a reprint or original?
It's a facsimile.
Facsimile.
Facsimile editions.
The colors on that are so amazing.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful like it's everything is it's got all the ads on the back and everything, so it's an actual like reprint
I love it.
or facsimile. Number 8
Woo!
LB Cole. Yeah,
Artwork
So-
is just stunning.
these were some really fun ones that I found this year. So anyways, yeah, that's all. You can go.
Merry
back.
Christmas, Carlito. That was gorgeous, Lady
Oh,
F.
Cleo,
Great
yeah,
stuff.
Merry Christmas to you too, man.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of really fun stuff over the last year.
I saw somebody, I think it was Rob's Fat Stacks and Chris the Comic Vet were posting today their 10 best pickups of 2023, and it made me want
Yeah.
to go through my collection.
I should.
I really should try to create a video looking at the best books I got this year.
It's
it was
always fun.
It was the biggest year I think I've ever had, and I don't think I've given it enough
Yeah.
respect as far as
can't
what
do
I
that 'cause
what-
You
what
got
I
an
got.
Avengers
Sure.
1 this year.
This is an Avengers 4 and a Black Panther first appearance.
Yeah, that's absurd. You're
That's
spoiled.
3 books I guarantee would make the list.
No, I've been picking up a lot of filler, so I can do that.
But that's the fun of it, I think, is like it's not necessarily just there it is. Like that book, I
I
have
get that
wanted
too. I
one
can
of
pull it
those
out.
for
I can
so
pull it
long.
out. That's my only signed Stan Lee book is that.
You have
You
a
have
signed Stan Lee?
Yeah.
Holy crap. See,
All right, give me your address. I'm coming after you.
that's the only signature I'm
Oh,
missing
hold
from
on.
my collection is a Stan Lee signed book, but I don't want like, oh, he signed the first appearance of Deadpool. Like I want a book he worked on.
See, that's the thing. I have a Stan Lee signature, on a Cloak and Dagger number 2.
And he signed everything. Like, I respect
I
him.
know he just didn't give 2 shits.
I just want one on a book he worked on. And so
Yeah.
for me, like, I'm going to get one eventually, but they're so expensive, which is why I'm going on the Perez books instead for right now.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah, I've had a fun year. It's been a good year.
yeah, the last couple of years have been way bigger than I thought I would ever be.
You
Oh, look
so
at
and
that.
so, and the
Look at
placement's
that.
beautiful.
Wow. Let
You
me
didn't fuck it up.
blow Tony up here a little bit. Where is he at? There he is.
That's not me.
Move-
I'm not
slide
Tony.
him over. There it is. There it is.
I
Wow.
waited 4 hours for him to sign this friggin' book.
Worth it.
Wow. So you even got the signature. Wow.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Great book.
I mean, that's a story, dude. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
I was 4 hours in that freaking thing. I was so pissed off. I was like, don't even talk to me after.
I never got to meet Perez or Stanley. So I'm very sad about
yeah.
that. I'm still hoping to meet Claremont before he kicks.
I
Really?
met Starlin and Shooter.
I
Shooter, I
talked to
bet.
Shooter a bunch in Florida. I have not met Starlin. I talked to Mike Zeck.
Yeah. Then
So-
that.
Shooter's a lot bigger than I thought, and
Yeah,
Starlin's
he's a big guy.
a lot smaller than I thought. So
Shoot
Uh,
it. Well, it make sure you have some money because it
Steranko is
costs you- it
tiny,
costs you a lot of
too.
money to have him send a
is
book.
he?
Yeah, I saw Steranko a few times in Baltimore, and he was like, but he was always like trying to hit on ladies like the whole time.
No shit. Yeah,
I didn't
Oh,
have any
yeah.
like cute ladies to walk by his booth to get his attention.
I heard he was a bit antiquated in
Yes.
some of his ways,
Yes.
to put it diplomatically.
The hair is phenomenal. Like his
Mm.
hair is amazing. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah?
a stiff wind would completely make him bald, but he is.
I
he's
think
an
I
entertainer.
would pay you to go pull his freaking wig off.
What would you pay me?
We'll talk after you pull it off.
This guy.
Would you
So
be willing to
Claremont
meet-
is my next big get. I want to
Claremont,
meet.
yeah,
Claremont.
I've got to meet him too.
Yeah. I want to get one of my X-Men 94s signed and meet him in person. But if I don't want to get it done independently. Like I want to do it myself.
I might do a 101.
Ooh, that's a great one too. Yeah, I could see either one of those being a great.
Or a 129, honestly.
I have enough 129s in my collection. I could probably make that
Yeah, you
work.
think you could spare one for him to sign?
Stupid number of books.
That's
John,
honestly
stop
like
buying
a
that
good
book.
idea.
Yeah.
Hey John,
That's too many.
Yeah.
it's late over
You
here.
can go to
so-
bed. You realize I have full control. Lady
That's what I'm
Caroline
saying.
and I can
You
go
keep
all
this-
night.
Keep the channel going if you want.
Yeah, you go to
oh,
bed, Tony.
Why are you
go to
so
bed.
old?
I have complete control of your channel.
All right,
I'm messing with you, dude.
and
Go to
I
sleep.
trust you totally.
You shouldn't, but I'm appreciative of that.
Go to sleep.
She's gone. So it's like 12. It's like 12:15.
Me and Gilda Radner can hold the fort down.
Okay. All right. So I gotta go.
Yep.
Keep
all
this
good.
as
Hi to
long as you
Julie
want to
for
go.
us.
Merry Christmas, Lady F.
Mary. Hope you and yours have a very wonderful holiday.
You too. Back at you.
And then savor this time off.
Yes.
I have no time off. I have to just. I'm working.
You're not working tomorrow.
I'm not working tomorrow or Monday, but I'm working for the rest of the week.
Get your 2 days,
Huh.
Get your drink on.
Yeah, don't
No,
look
I
so
can't
happy
get,
about it.
no. I get. We got a lot of going on, huh?
So don't look so happy about it.
We got a lot going on tomorrow. So
Yeah.
okay. So I'm gonna bop out.
Mary.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, everybody.
Love you, buddy.
Okay.
Take care. Be
Sorry.
safe.
No slang. Okay. No slang.
That is not the kind of program Caroline and I would put on. Don't
Okay.
worry.
This is
Get
what
out of here.
I
Bye.
would never talk about anything vulgar. I'm not known to do that.
I'm putting him backstage. He's out of here anyways. Get this guy
Yeah,
out of here.
shoot his ass.
Caroline, if you could narrow it down, like a couple of books that were highlights for you from 2023, what would they be?
Definitely the Wendigo.
Sure.
And definitely the Hella.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
It's so hard to think back to the beginning of the year and kind of where you were at, right?
Yeah, it's like I need to look over. Oh, I
That's what
did.
Instagram's for, right? You scroll back through your Instagram.
Mhm. I made some good progress on filling in gaps on my Red Hulk because I've been
Ooh,
working on my Red Hulk run
sure.
for quite some time now.
So
But
this was a big Red Hulk year for you?
I'm slowly chunking it when I find like little sales on IG where they'll have them for,
Yeah.
$1 to $3 or something. You can get them. I mean,
How many issues were in that run?
gosh. So it's like 57, 58 or something. But then
Wow.
or it keeps going and then it turns into the Red She-Hulk.
Oh,
It's
okay,
starting
okay.
at like issue, I can't remember. I can't remember,
Okay.
but it's in the 50s or early 60s. And so it goes to like Betty Ross or whatever.
Sure.
But that's one that I've been working on, and I got a really nice copy of Sensational She-Hulk #1 newsstand.
Ooh, yeah, burn. Love it.
Pretty proud of, yeah.
I got that omnibus in 2022, and I really want to read it again, front to back.
Yeah, I got my X-Men 100.
Yeah,
That was crazy. I couldn't
great
believe
book.
that. Yeah. For me, there hasn't been any. I got a Hulk 142, a really nice copy with
Ooh,
a Valkyrie, where it's really Enchantress as
yeah,
Valkyrie.
right.
It's like Enchantress possessing the body of this women's lib chick.
It's funny because this year my big push was Claremont's Miss Marvel run, right?
Mhm,
That
mhm.
with Mystique and all her weird first appearances. Where is it her or is it somebody
I've been
else?
working on that run,
And
but I
I
got some
finished
gaps.
that run, and I think a lot of those issues would probably make my best of list because there's a lot of like great Mystique first appearances in there,
Yeah, yes,
cameos, and yeah,
those are the ones that I do not have, that I'm like
sure.
looking to fill in.
Those books are coming down too, so the price of those is just continuing to come down. You could probably snag books way better this year, 2024, than you probably could have gotten 2023.
Do you have this one?
I do have a copy of that one for sure.
I had a copy of it, and then I found a copy this year for 90 cents at Half Price Books. I was very excited about. So I'm
Yeah.
working on that one. It's just
I
different things.
almost bought a first Carol Danvers in Captain Marvel, but that book is still so expensive. I
No,
just
it's
passed on it.
not. No, it's not. The first one in Captain Marvel is 18, number 18,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's not. It at my LCS, I'll pick up a copy. They've got 2 copies, and it's like the one's like $20.
What? The first
Yeah.
Carol Danvers?
The very first time she appears is in Marvel Superheroes number 13.
Yeah.
That's not Captain Marvel.
Yeah, right.
So Marvel Superheroes 12 is the first
Yeah.
Captain Marvel, and then 13 is the first Carol Danvers.
So like my shop bought a huge collection last year or this year, and it had everything. Hulk
Now
1,
that
Issue
one's
1,
like a
everything.
few $100.
Exactly. And they had that first Carol Danvers.
That's the one I want.
And that was the one I wanted. And they gave me a price on it. And I was like, I walked away. Instead, I bought this one from them instead. I was like, that price is more reasonable. And it's, first Donna Troy and first Teen Titans with the title and everything. And so I bought that instead. But they pitched me on that first Carol Danvers. And I was like, no, I gotta walk away. I ended up getting this and the first Furry Beast, Amazing Adventures.
15. The first Gray Beast.
I bought those 2 books instead for the price I probably would have paid for like half of that Carol Danvers book.
So I remember my LCS got in that copy of the first Carol Danvers, and they had one for $99.99.
It was a very expensive book still.
It was in such shitty shape. Like
it was
falling apart at $100. It was far. This year, so listen to Rob, do you want to come on? Can we send Rob?
I was gonna try to I think I've got his email address, but I was trying to find Not Near Mint, but I don't see it.
Rob, do you want me to send it?
Oh, I see it. Rob Worst. I got it. I got his email address.
Okay, you do.
I got you, Rob. I knew
Oh,
I had it from the old days. I sent you the link, Rob. I got you, brother. And what's up, JD Raging Cajun?
hey,
We took
JD.
over Tony. Tony gave me full access to his channel, and I'm a West Coaster, so I got more
Who's
time in the
JD?
schedule.
Shoot,
J-
JD, do you want to jump on?
Raging
awesome.
Cajun. I can send you the link too, my brother.
Yeah, let's just like start a big Christmas thing.
All of a sudden, we're gonna be up till like 1 a.m, just rocking it.
There's no rules. We're adults
I'm saying.
on vacation. There's no rules.
Oh my goodness. It's fine.
Another thing that I've had a delightful time doing is collecting my Fantastic Four. And I've collected, oh my gosh, this thing. I have collected it's this massive Zelda. Okay. I have issues 101 through 292 straight.
Wow. You're putting in the work, Caroline.
Dude, I know.
I've missed you, girl. You are amazing.
I'm telling you, I have been doing the Lord's work when he comes to
Oof. Let me blow that up.
101.
That's right. Where am I at here?
Boom.
God, look at the colors on that again.
Kirby is
So good.
big.
So good.
102.
Oh, Namor
You
flexing.
know who's behind this one?
Oh my God, it's so
Love this. Oh, this
I
one.
love the half Johnny Storm. He's half in fire and half normal. So good. Oh, and she's got her baby, little Franklin.
Little bastard.
I love it.
And then beautiful 103. This is a kind of a pretty classic cover.
Yeah, it is.
Or it's
Yeah, it
becoming one. If you guys can't, I mean, this is Kirby, dude.
Yes.
But this is coming to the end of his tenure.
It is. What is that? What issue's that again? 102?
103.
103. Yeah.
Yeah, and the last issue he had work on, I want to say, is like 108.
Wow.
Remember this guy?
Oh my goodness.
Who's that? Magneto.
Little Mags, man. Mags is doing it.
Is that Namor Reader?
That is.
Who's this? Okay, we got another Atlantean.
Oh my gosh, so good. I love the Sue Storm covering her face in fear. Oh dear me.
Oh yeah. Oh. Both of them. Both of them have that. Yeah.
So good.
What do they say? Attack me and those you love most will die.
He doesn't realize he's not fighting the X-Men. He can't just throw them all in. We got Rob Worst. What is up, Rob?
Rob.
Hey.
Show us some stuff. This guy, you want to talk about Donkey Kong and comics this year.
How was your 2023, Rob? How was your collecting?
So I hear that the comic book market has been crashing a little bit, and I've been taking advantage of it.
There it is. That's the right answer.
Samesies. Oh, yeah.
So when I'm hearing that things have been going down in price, I'm like, well, I'm not really collecting Conan, but wait, how much was issue 1? Yeah, I'll take that.
Right.
You have the 17.
From the market crash. Thank you, market crash.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Take advantage if you can.
I probably paid 3 times more than you did for that way back in 2018 or 19. But still, a lot of things are even before that because I just watched something from Swaggle House a little while ago where he was talking about a lot of these shops that we're going to, they're getting new collections in from people that are just dumping stuff wholesale because they don't want to deal with it anymore.
Yep.
So their loss, our gain.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes, sir. Show this,
sure.
make this guy big.
Yeah. I'll swap people
Well,
around here.
I
Let's
didn't
see.
really grab anything here. I've just been trying to.
I'm just curious how you felt about your 2023. If there were any books that you were like, this book I was so happy to get in 2020. You don't need to necessarily hold them up if you don't have them in arm's reach, but it looks like you got a couple maybe ready.
A lot of them are.
Yeah.
Because I'm proud of having them. I know I
You
shouldn't have
should.
that kind of pride. It's
I
a
love
sin,
it.
but whatever. I'm a comic nerd. We are what we are. So a long time ago,
Ooh.
this thing was just a bitch
It's a
to try and
ghost.
get.
Oh
Yeah,
my God. Yeah.
There's like 1,000 of these that were printed, probably even less. My story on this book here was that the week that it came out, my old bad comic shop, he'd have just a bunch of stuff on the rack that came out that week. So I'm like, oh yeah, well, this looks kind of pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't do second prints, and I put it back.
Oh.
And then I watched as this book went to like $100. Wow, that's way too much. $500. You people must be crazy.
Yeah.
You're out of your mind. $1,000. What the hell are you people talking about? 9/8, $5,000. And I
Yeah.
remember at the beginning of the pandemic, I'm like, well, I have a little bit of money. Let's see if I can get even a crappy copy. I
Right.
bid $500 on like a what looked like somebody sat on it. How much did I get this for? 300.
Wow.
That's how much things have come down, and I was
Right.
happy to pay it
Modern books
because I've
especially.
wanted this for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just because I made that mistake, that I don't want to make that mistake again. That if things are coming down, might as well grab them now. Sure, they could go
and do it.
lower,
Yep. Yep.
but I'm a black hole. It's not like I'm planning on selling this stuff for a quick ROI.
Right. Right. Smart. I want to get that Catwoman you've got in the far corner there, the classic Under Arrest cover where she's holding up the numbers. That's the book I'm waiting on for it to kind of settle down a little bit so I can snag one of those.
A lot of the sexy covers are still going to be a little difficult, but if you
Right.
get the right person, like I think I remember it was Alex the comic hoarder. He had one of these really cool looking like Dini pieces of art that was the one where it was the Hitler Nazi person trying to brand this girl. And he said, well, I have this, I have a stack of other books, and it was expensive stuff, like 200 for all of it. Like just that one book alone.
Cash it in.
I didn't have the $200 then.
Oh, it's hard, right? Those are the heartbreaking moments. Yeah.
But if that's just one person doing it, it's, you know, you'll finally be seeing some of these ghosts again, maybe even in your own shops.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't my LCS doesn't buy big collections often, but last year they bought the biggest collection he's ever purchased in, I don't know, 15 years of having a shop. And it was at all the major keys. They had them. And so he sold, you know, a handful of them and it paid for the whole collection. And then he just kept shuffling this set of like 10, 15 long boxes around between his locations. And so if I came in to get my new books and the long boxes were there, I would just be like, give me the first Furry Beast, give me the first Teen Titans, whatever. And those were the like third tier books that were left after he sold the first tier and most of the second tier books.
Is that how you got your Avengers one?
I did not know. That was a Steve Whiting is an insane man kind of a book.
Good man.
But I got my Avengers 4 and my first Black Panther through a payment plan from Canada over the course of the summer. Those were my other big books for this year for sure. There was Avengers 1, 4, and then that first appearance of Black Panther. Oh, we got Ian from Tacoma Comics. What's up, Ian?
Hey, Tacoma. I almost got to see him live in person, but I didn't get to stay long enough there.
I'm a little upset.
I love how this show, Tony leaves, and we get this amazing panel going here.
It just keeps growing. Let's keep growing it.
I don't know what to say. I guess I understood wrongly the rules for the Kris Kringle. I was number 11. I was the last one in the group, or one person after me or something, but I chose not to steal. I took the one package that hadn't been opened yet.
Okay.
Thinking that I would get to steal on my next turn because, you could steal up to 3 books, or a book could be stolen up to 3 times. I thought that meant you kept going until every book had been locked or somebody passed. But it didn't mean that. It just meant you kept going until all the books were done. So I took a book that I didn't really want to open, even though there were some others I wanted to steal, but I was trying to wait till one of them had been stolen twice. So when I stole it the 3rd time, it was locked. So I thought we kept going until everything was locked, but we just kept going until everybody had chosen something. So other people earlier, instead of taking a book from somebody who hadn't opened theirs yet, they were just stealing books that they'd already seen. And yeah, I didn't quite understand it. I didn't get what I wanted. And I know it's all fun and we're supposed to be having a good time and happy, but I'm pissed. Anyway,
I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you got
this
that.
beautiful book today.
Ooh, very nice.
Make him big, make him big.
75. It's in beautiful condition. And Jeff Silversmith won that for me.
Oh,
Well, that's okay, because I mean, I just the book that I was putting in for somebody else to win. But yeah, I wanted some of there are 3 sets of Star Wars books there, and I could have gone with any of them and been happy. But it's okay. It's okay.
is it?
It is.
You're trying to convince yourself that it is.
It is. I am. It is.
Serenity now.
All right. I got books. I can show books.
Show us.
I
Show
was
us.
gonna say, any of your how are you feeling about your 2023, Ian?
Pretty good. Oh, there it is.
He's been going hard on the Star Wars cards. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I have been. I got cards today. I went live with Solon IG, but I'll show you what I got today. I had $100 of credit at a local LCS.
Ooh, that's a fat stack for $100.
Yeah,
It's a super fat stack. So here's what he did. I went down today, and then just as I was going down there, I saw on Instagram that he was he's got like 3 sections of the stores. He's got like the more expensive comics kind of on a spinner rack, and behind him he's got a couple boxes of like older Marvel comics, like mainly Copper Age, Marvel and DC. And then he's got boxes and boxes of current ones where the guy who he bought the shop from had been like actually doing a comic business with modern issues coming in. So all the modern issues were $1 each just for today only. And most of them at this point, has been there 3 years now. He's just trying to get rid of the inventory. So he had marked most of them down a half off cover, but some of the tougher variants in like bigger books were still like $6 or $10. He told me everything was $1 each. So I'm like,
Dang.
okay.
Dang.
So I got that Spidey book. I got this Captain Marvel that I needed. These first 3 or 4.
Oh man,
That was $1?
No, these first 3 or 4 were not $1 each.
Okay,
This
sorry.
is like, but this is only $9 or something.
That's
like
great. Yeah, I would have bought it.
These were all under 10.
wow!
Excellent.
My single favorite book,
Oh,
this
great
is-
one.
a newsstand, but it is
Ooh.
way better condition than my copy. My copy is my original copy from. It's one of the books I never sold.
I think I only have that in like a little trade edition.
Oh, it's still really good. Just a GI Joe.
Oh yeah, man! I remember getting that delivered to my house.
What
Oh,
number is
sweet.
that?
58. I never got deliveries.
GI Joe
right.
was one of the only ones I think we were allowed to get a subscription on at my house.
Gotcha. Okay, everything else here was $1 each. So I just picked up this shiny Dark Child to put in
Nice.
women's lot to sell. It's got that
Oh,
great
nice.
dynamic forces
Ooh, there it
COA
is.
that certifies it's a dynamic forces variant. It in no way certifies anything that you can't see by reading, but they're very happy with that. I got that Buffy. 'cause that's the
Buffy.
Buffy,
Great
and-
cover.
and got that Stephanie Hans, Barbarella,
Yes.
and
You are a Hans beast, even more than I am.
that Catwoman. Oh yeah. So all of that is just to like resell with the lady slot that I've been building.
There it is. Great. One of my favorite Immortal Hulk covers.
I have not read this yet. I'm slowly
Oh.
collecting. So
I
this is
just
a
finished the
complete line.
omnibus not too long ago. It's really a great series, start to
I get-
finish.
Nubia 2 and 4, just because I needed them. I think I've got 1, 3, and 5. I picked up
Ooh,
NYX7.
love
Oh
it.
gosh, and somebody did that to it where they put the board
They
in the
put
middle.
they put it in the middle. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was a
I'm
clear backer.
I'm collecting the Deconic Run-On Avengers Assemble. Boom. And then they had this run of Saga, which is awesome because I'm trying to get a double collection of Saga. So
Wow,
6, 21. These were $1 each.
I gotta catch up on that series, man. I'm at least 3
It's-
trades behind.
It's fun. What people have said, and I kind of agree, it's lost the magic. It's no longer as amazing as it once was, but it still is pretty damn good.
Better
I
than your
think-
average book.
Oh yeah, issue 50. I mean, the artwork on that is amazing. So much of her artwork's amazing.
Yeah, Fiona Staples, right? So good.
Yeah. Then still rocking with the store credit.
Wow.
I needed a Superior Spider-Man. There's a San Diego exclusive from 2013. I don't know if I have 13 or not, but it's issue 13 from 2013.
I've never read Superior Spider-Man. Everybody says it's a great run of Spidey. I've never read it.
Yeah, I'm collecting that. Superior Iron Man, trying to finish that little 12-issue run. I'll always pick up this one. This is the first appearance of Kashala, Sorcerer Supreme. They had this really nice variant to issue 7 and then issue 8. So I'm finishing out that series.
Oh,
I'm
these
not
are these are
into Sons
these
of
the
Anarchy.
the
nor have
dollar
I ever
books now.
I haven't even seen Sons of Anarchy. But this is the 1 in 15 variant. And the first 6 stars announced that are going to be at Washington State SummerCon, which is kind of becoming like a competitor to Emerald City Comic Con,
Yeah.
are all Sons of Anarchy actors.
Wow.
So
Get
I thought
everybody
maybe-
to sign it. Yeah.
If it's not too expensive. And then to finish this off, and lady, you will like this. I got a lot of the ones that are missing from my Squirrel Go run.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love that.
Great cover.
Isn't that
That's-
great?
It's a silent issue.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yep.
I've only read like the first 3 trades worth. I've got about half the issues. So really excited for that. Boom.
I love it.
It's great.
Boom. So that's what I got today. That and a bunch of Star Wars cards like usual.
Great work,
Oh.
sir. Great work.
I
Wow.
completed my Crystar
Oh, nice.
run. I can show you
Nice.
that.
I still need number 1. I've got 2 through 12, but I'm missing number 1.
I have a double of number 1. I'll put it in your pile.
There it
Done.
is.
Done.
Teamwork making the dream work. I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I had a copy of number 1, but it got really mushed up and destroyed. So I think I chucked it somewhere.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Number 1.
Woohoo!
Such great artwork, man. Holy cow.
Now, did you ever play the video game?
No.
I loved it, man. They had it in this one store that was like, most of the video games that I played were either in the back of the delis or the pizza joint. But there was one place,
Yeah.
a fried chicken place that had video games when I was growing up, and like I never went into that store. And but except they had Crystar, so I went in there to play that.
This era of trade dress for me is absolutely like iconic. I just love the look of the Marvel box, the trade dress title, the everything about the trade dress era that you're holding up here is my era. Oh,
There you go. That's a
love
nice
it.
one. It looks like Sienkiewicz could have done it.
yeah, I was gonna say Bill S cover for sure, style wise.
I'm not sure. Could be, but I'm not sure.
Love it.
I don't think it is. It just
which
has that
issue-
vibe.
Yeah, issue 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
all
another
about it.
nice one.
All about it.
But those are all newsstands too.
That mid 80s Marvel is just such my jam.
Nice.
Ooh, there he is.
Kurt.
What's up, Kurt? Yeah. So cool.
The Coming of Malakon.
Right. Malakon.
So Marvel.
And then we got our Danzig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at that. She's holding onto his leg. I love it with her little thong. So good. Oh,
I got one of those from you, lady.
Yes, you did. 9.
love it.
Yours are in great condition. Mine are pretty crappy, to be honest with you.
Not
She's
all
got that
of them.
Mylar magic working right there.
Yeah, it definitely makes it pop nicer.
Yeah.
And then I got this one. Donnie Mastodon sent this one to me, number 10, the one issue that I had needed. He sent.
Love that outfit she's wearing. Very practical.
Hey, girl. And then
Donnie is an awesome guy, man.
he's a great dude. And then issue 11, the final issue.
Nice.
It didn't even go to 12 issues on that.
Nope.
Nope.
It's double
Literally,
size.
there's
So it's
12.
going to 12.
They made up for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final Fate.
Little Alpha Flight love there.
Yeah. So there you go.
Great
That's it.
run. Congrats.
Thanks. I don't think I paid more than $2 for any one of these issues.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go grab that real quick and put it in the Tacoma pile.
There you go.
I have the Tacoma pile like literally right under here.
I love
Oh,
it.
Donnie sent me this one too. I read it. It was interesting. I mean, just for the first issue, but it was this Astronaut Down.
Don't know
I
that.
don't know. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Great cover.
Yeah, it was an interesting concept. I'm not sure exactly quite how they're going to frame it, but some sort of quantum cancer that's taking over different cities. It doesn't quite make sense to me.
It could happen.
But I'm willing to entertain what they're trying. I mean, like I would, if I had another couple of issues, like I would read it. I'm willing to
Sure.
entertain the idea. It hasn't gotten so absurd to me that I've got to be like, this is dumb. So
Is that from Aftershock?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, it was an aftershock.
yeah, and it's a
Was there ever an issue 2?
3 Reverse Comic Con. What'd you say?
Was there ever an issue 2? Because I
I
know
don't know.
Aftershock was having issues.
We lost Ian. Sorry, Ian.
I don't know. He'll be.
I finally got
back.
around to finishing like where Local Man is. That's a really great Image series from the guys that did Stray Dogs, which I didn't
okay.
love. I didn't love Stray Dogs, but this is a great look at like 90s era comics.
Leaks and
Yeah, Tony Fleecis and Tim Seeley.
Okay.
That series I think is on issue 8 or 9. It has to do with a superhero who gets kicked out of a super team because of antics he got into, and he's got to go back to his hometown and then like start a normal life where he's like contractually obligated to not be a superhero anymore.
Okay.
So he's now called the citizens in his hometown call him Local Man. He's Local Man, the superhero.
got it.
Very funny
Love
though. It's a very entertaining book. If
Very
you want
cool.
something that's kind of meta, not as graphic as The Boys, but like still very much in that like let's look at superheroes from a different angle kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, lady. So remember a couple of years ago, we were trying to figure out what kind of Mylar or OPP we should be getting. Well, I've been working on my Power Man stuff again because I guess right now, for some reason, the humidity has gotten to the OPP.
So it's just gonna have to be like a Mylar period.
Yeah, I'm thinking just about anything that has this newsprint, because this is about 2 years old now that this was put into the OPP. So yeah, even over time, that will degrade in and of itself. All the stuff that I had initially in the Mylars are perfect, even after about 2 years.
Yeah,
But all the
Mylars
OPP
doesn't
stuff-
age. I mean, that's what they keep the
Is it a
Converse-
Florida humidity kind of thing?
I think so.
I think it is because I use Damp Rid down there. I use 2 of them every 2 weeks, and still the humidity just still gets
Wow.
in here.
because I don't.
And
I
that's
don't.
what you're saying you're
As long
doing.
as I keep my books indoors in California, haven't had that issue.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
arid there, dude.
So
So
I've
arid.
been lucky. I just can't keep them in the garage or whatever, where the heat and
There's a
cold
fluctuation.
so dramatic.
in humidity.
I just have to keep them out of areas where there's any moisture. But indoors has worked well for me, at least.
Yeah. It's a swamp where he is. You're in a desert, he's in a swamp.
Right. That's very true.
So
Yeah, luckily I don't wind up opening up the windows or the doors. I mean, right behind me there, that's a window.
But then
But
also, like
you're
my
really
collection
open.
to Rob, what's your CLZ number now? Like, where are you at overall? Like generally?
Around 24,000.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not even like an eighth of that. I'm like 3,600. Like I'm way down the list from you.
I sometimes wish I would trade places.
Yeah. Well, I even at 3,600, I still have a couple of short boxes. I refuse to check into CLZ because I know I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to give them away or whatever. Like, so I have 3 or 4 short boxes that I'm like, I'm not keeping these. I'm not checking them in. Like they're not in the hotel. They're staying at friends' houses.
I got you.
Yeah, and there's even a new feature in CLZ that if you wanted to do a price lookup, you could do that without having it entered in. I
Really?
mean, that's only if you're using the cover price.
Yeah, you have to have
linked
that
up
other
to it.
side, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
think
don't
I have
even
about
need to-
7,000.
Oof. You guys are, I
Still-
feel like my
still
collection's so
difficult to
tiny
manage.
compared to most
I
collectors.
just
3,600
counted
feels
short
tiny.
boxes and averaged 100 books a short box. So
Yeah.
it's probably more than that. But
John,
Well,
out of all of the Avengers I'm missing, it's 1, 2, 4. That's it. That's it. And
That's
you just got
it.
2 of them.
So if we combined our collections, we'd have everything.
Pretty much. I mean, do you have a Fantastic Four 1 through 6, 8,
No.
9?
No, I've stayed away from the
12,
FF.
15?
Yeah,
That's all
no,
I need.
I've dodged the FF run overall. I've tried to stay away from that.
Why?
Like Thor, I'm only missing about 6 of them, and
Wow.
unfortunately, 6 of them are Journey into the Mystery 83, 85.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I
scary.
have 84. I just got that a couple days ago, or a couple weeks ago. First Jane
You have
Foster.
102?
I was gonna say, did you see
have
Lady F got
102.
the first Hella?
Your 102 is a lot better than mine.
I want to get a 112 with Hulk.
Oh, I got that right over there.
Show it, bring
got
it.
that this year.
Grab it, show it. It's so beautiful. I love this cover. This would be one that I would try and maybe save up for this coming year. This is a great.
I'm saving for that DC Comics Presents 26. That I want to get that Teen Titans.
I mean, all the crossovers from like Magneto.
Great. Look at that. Oh,
This one I
Oh.
just got this year. None of these I really have even paid over $100.
nice.
Oh
Oh, that's so
look at
nice.
that. Look at that Kirby foot. Look at that
Oh,
Kirby foot.
gosh, I love it.
Yeah,
Choke
there was
on
a
that.
time Hulk
Rob
only
Liefeld,
had
choke
3
on that.
toes.
I love Kirby Hulk. Oh yeah, Absorbing Man.
So good. So good.
Look at it, he's got a freaking museum.
Rob's background is stunning. Oh, we got another friend.
Oh
Another
dear.
SoCal homie. What is up, JD Raging Cajun?
What's up, buddies?
What's up,
I'm
brother?
so glad we got Tony out of here. We could get like a real crew of homies in here. This is why I run his channel for him. It's so much
Real
better.
cool kid. He's gonna be pissed. He'd be like,
And I
"Why
love
did you get
everybody's
He's never
lighting.
gonna rewatch this shit. Are you kidding me?
He won't know. He wouldn't be none
Passed
the
out
wiser.
somewhere. Yeah.
Has anybody done a wellness check on Tony?
No, I've given up on taking care of him.
He's got a family for that.
He's an adult.
JD, how was your 2023?
It was pretty good. I thought it was going to be more quiet. The highlights my Gambit statue, which
Yeah.
that topped everything. I did a couple of slabs this year.
Well, and you're the Lego king. Like you were like so many Legos.
Yeah.
I
I went
can't
crazy
keep up
on
with you.
Legos, but we're not going to show that. But I know
No.
you guys were. I think you guys were talking about this. I was watching a Kings game, So
Oh, damn, JD.
son of a gun.
Marvo Superheroes 13. That's the one.
is this the
Sweating
one you
now.
guys
I'm
are
gonna need to
talking
take a
about?
shower.
That's
after
the
this.
one.
Holy cow.
Nailed it.
Yeah. I held that in my hand and at a shop, I was at Nuclear Comics. I held that book in my
Is
hand.
it that one?
I
That's
passed.
Yeah.
It. Yes, that one.
You guys are jerks.
I ended up getting 2 other books and paid less. And I was
That's a beautiful book, though.
I walked
Yeah.
away. I walked away from that one, but it looked really pretty.
I picked that book up for, I think, $40.
Oh,
Damn, JD.
oh, that hurts.
Killing
Um,
me.
I'm trying. His name's Dave. He just does auctions on Instagram, and he just wanted to blow out his comic collection that he just purchased. And he's,
Oh,
this is an insane auction. Nobody really knew what it was. I'm like, oh, I'll bid on it.
good timing.
Yeah, and it just went for that amount. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take it and run with it. So I was
It's
happy.
probably worth 400.
Yes, exactly.
But
Shit.
Absolutely.
He was cursing, saying, "You're letting Raging Cajun take this." So I was like, all right.
Oh my goodness.
Bastard.
You know me, I'm a sucker for Art Adams. I picked these two beauties.
Oh,
for-
yeah.
and
Yes.
this one here. Sorry.
He's
That's Art
oh no, that all new
This one
Wolverine
is.
issue 2.
Those are both, yeah.
Art has had some really great ratio variants in 2023, and I was lucky to snag a few, but so many good ones.
His
Oh,
Strange Academy stuff has been on point.
Yes.
yeah.
He did a couple like Storm throwbacks. He did like a Storm as Thor throwback.
Oh my
cover that is
God, I love
so
that cover.
Freaking good.
Ugh.
He's amazing.
I
Yeah.
picked those up. I need a DMU. It's always last minute because I think they're called Bundle Brothers or Bundy Brothers. I forget their name. They're
Okay.
in SoCal in Westminster area.
Okay.
Thank you. They do like outlet sales.
Ooh.
They don't look what they have. They just grab collections. They sell them. They're all anything in those side of the boxes are $5 or $10. Anything on this side is $1.
Ooh.
And I found those for $1.
Wow.
They don't check.
Nice.
I found
Get
this for $5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that book is hugely undervalued still.
Yeah.
Is that a second print?
No, this one should be the first, I think.
Nah, it might be a second. The trade dress is a little
Oh yeah,
different.
this is the second.
Fuck!
Yeah,
That's worth even
Yeah.
more.
$5.
You're a shithead.
Hard to find. Hard to
I
find.
knew it was.
Great
you
book.
like this one,
Yes,
Got it.
T'Challa.
Newsy?
Not a newsstand. I don't got the newsy.
$5.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Now I have the first and second print.
Oh, hey, I
Ooh,
have an
shooty,
extra
shooty.
of number 2 of that. Do you want
Oh,
the number
wow.
2 to that?
No, I didn't get that.
No, I have doubles of number
Oh.
2 from that run. Do you want a number 2?
Oh yeah, we could do a little trade if you need
Yeah,
some
yeah.
stuff from
I'll
X-Men's.
pull it
trade
for you. Yeah.
Wow.
Another $2 fine.
That's
Man.
cool. Hope Summers.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
found
then-
the first Hope Summers for $5.99.
Nice.
Woo.
And this one Rob helped me find, which I'm totally grateful from the low grades. I've never seen this since I've been collecting. This is
I don't even know what that is.
It's a free comic.
Yes, it's a Halloween giveaway.
Shit.
I've been looking for this for over 10 years.
Wow.
Wow.
It's got a pumpkin in the upper left hand
Yes.
corner. I see that.
So this is a giveaway, and we went to a comic convention in Alhambra.
Yeah.
They just started that show, and
Wow.
they had this here, and he knew how much of a Transformer guy I'm trying to finish the whole run. He's all, there's 2 books you want to get, and he's all, I'm gonna let you have one. When he just said this one, I was like, I'll take this one. You can have the other one.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I've never found this.
He wouldn't
super
even let you
happy.
get both. That's hilarious.
No, because he's a collector of heart, and he
That's
loves the
hilarious.
Transformers too. But he knew how much I would want this one more.
Yeah.
So I appreciate him. He's a friend for life. So I was happy to get that. I think that's my comic highlight for the whole year.
Dude, that's a
finding that.
great highlight.
What was the one that he got?
He got a LA Comic Con Transformer Origins variant. That one's hard to find.
Okay.
They didn't produce too many. I think it's under, 2,000,
Wow.
but it's hard to find.
Sweet.
Mhm.
Like nobody, they're all damaged or they're all dinged up on the side.
Yeah,
Sure.
And in a good condition when it's hard to find.
Sure.
And then the love for you guys. I know, especially Caroline and you, John. I picked up a couple of blow-up tales from Fist Comics.
Freaking
That's
awesome.
beautiful.
For 60% off everything in this.
Look
store.
at the color work still popping on that.
That is nice.
I love it. I love X-Men.
Damn.
I had a raw one, but why not get a green?
Oh, I mean, that's so. I mentioned at the beginning of the show that I've got some X-Men to upgrade, and that is 121 is one of the ones I got to upgrade. It's the only.
That's 120.
This-
That one's-
yeah, 120. One of the only keys I got to upgrade.
Yeah, 120 is one that I need to upgrade too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Great
a beautiful,
book.
epic cover.
Love
Nice.
it.
one of my favorite covers.
Mhm.
Great. Newsy, too. Love it.
Yes. All 60% off. He was moving. He went to Japan. He goes, just get those out of my hands.
Right?
He's all,
I don't want to take it across the waters.
yes. I'm like, no problem. I'm
Oh,
obsessed with this
yeah.
book. So I had to get a 9.8.
First Lady Deathstroke.
Yeah, 9.8 too. Holy cow! And the old school CGC label too.
Love
Yes.
it.
So this bad boy's been. You ever watch Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson?
Yes,
Yeah.
So you know how he always grabs the same book over and over?
yes. The
This is
Catcher in the
this-
Rye.
This is my conspiracy theory. I grab this book every time.
That's funny. I don't even have a copy of that one.
Oh, I'm gonna mail you one. I have
Yeah.
like 30. So I don't know why. I just when I see it, I get attracted to it and I just buy it.
For me, it's uncanny 129. I just keep buying Emma Frosts over and over again. Although
So
now I was telling Tony, I got 3 of this book now. So I've got I got newsies, I got regulars, I got a lot of Avengers Annual 10 now.
Nice.
Nice.
Just keep coming around.
And here's the last one
I have a couple
for the year.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a great one. I need that one.
Do you,
Two
Rob?
of the
I
two of the
do.
first
Somehow
what
I
ifs
don't have it.
Yeah,
Oh.
2 of the first what ifs I got though.
Yeah.
What if Wolverine killed Hulk? What if Hulk killed Wolverine? I got both of those what ifs.
Rob, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have a raw one, not in great condition. If you want it, I'll mail it to you.
I'm sure I could find it here sometime. I wouldn't worry about mailing it.
I was like,
And
no,
me,
no,
I
no.
don't care about the grade as much as other people because here's one thing that I have. It's one of my oldest things in lowest grade, but I don't mind having it.
Wow.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
Wow. That's the
Got this-
Android version of the Human Torch, right?
It is, and it's also signed on the inside by the son of Joe Simon.
Wow.
Nice.
Another thing that I wound up getting this year because I wasn't planning on getting these reprints, but just it was in such
Wow.
nice condition.
Nice.
Love it.
That's sick.
And yeah, since we're going with reprints,
Oh
Oh,
man.
man. I'd love that. Yeah.
and since the very next issue of that series is this, I had to get it.
Oh,
You turd.
oh my god. Look at this guy.
You know,
You should
I
you
jump
got
can't
in.
have that issue without this issue.
There it is.
Word.
Am I the only one on this freaking panel?
No, I don't have one either.
All right. Lady F and I can stay. Everybody else can bounce.
Yeah, I know.
Then you might as well try and run
Oh,
out the rest of the
Wow.
series.
I love that cover.
Great cover. Yeah.
Even if you're not a Phantom Eagle fan,
Okay.
if it's in high
Ooh.
enough
You
grade,
don't have
might
a
as well.
13? The 13 is with Spidey.
I don't have a 14 with Spidey. I
Oh,
have
it's 14,
that
you're right.
jumps to 14, 15.
What's up,
And then-
Nigel?
Hey, Nigel.
Yes,
I-
that
that
cover
was
is
the first
so
one I got.
good.
So good.
Oh my
I-
god.
Out of
the-
all of them, this was the first one I got.
that
I
color
got that
work.
one this year.
Oh, I love the colors on that cover.
Yeah, you got one in really nice condition.
Hey,
This
Rob.
one's like,
I'll put this in your pile.
oh, thank
It's
you.
a shitty, it's a shitty condition one.
I'm
But
good with shitty.
okay.
Yeah.
My name is not near mint.
Okay.
Oh,
no, this one-
Guardians.
Damn.
This one's pretty damn close to mint. This one's in pretty damn nice shape.
It's
Slide- do a
not
spine
near mint,
slide.
but it's,
Do a spine
it's very
slide.
good.
Spine
Oh,
slide,
what did I
spine
do
slide.
with this one here? Oh yeah, well at least I don't have a 19,
Oh, no.
but I have a 20.
Oh,
sweet.
yes.
Oh,
Great.
So does
book.
Caroline.
I've never read that book. It's in the Book of Doom omnibus I've got to read that.
This is just
Yeah.
a cool looking cover. This is
Avengers,
right when they
X-Men.
go-
Yep.
Yeah, they go right back to reprints at this point. They reprint some Iron Man, they reprint some Avengers, some X-Men, some
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
But then I'm
yeah.
gonna right after this, we're gonna jump to something else here because
Yeah.
some of these are getting a lot more attainable, like First Squirrel Girl.
Yep. Whoop.
I got
This
that.
was $100 book at one point. It's
Oh
like
my
half
God,
that
yeah, at
now, I'm
least.
sure. For people that are fans of Ms. Marvel, don't miss
Yeah.
out on the chronological second appearance of Sabretooth. This would be Captain Marvel issue 24 had it not have been canceled.
And,
This
and they
one?
also finished the storyline. Yeah.
That
Oh,
one,
look,
yes.
Caroline's got it. They also finished the original, or yes, because that book I snagged this year, where they finally give you some of the Rogue early stuff that they didn't end up printing.
Exactly.
So good.
This would
That
have been
book-
issue 25,
Let me get that.
24,
Yeah.
25 of Captain Marvel.
Yes.
It shows as Mystique is having little Rogue in the next room there going,
Yes.
I don't want to do this, Mom.
It's a
Well, you're going to go absorb
criminally-
that woman's power.
Yeah, it's a criminally undervalued book. And the best part I love about it too is that No Good Comics, my Omni X-Men partner, his dad drew the Ghost Rider story in that book.
Shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
Yeah, his dad is Greg LaRocque,
Yep.
the artist for Marvel, and he
We
drew
need
the
to get
Ghost
him to-
Rider
We
story.
need to
in
get
that
him to sign that. Fuck, we need a copy.
Yeah,
get a
he
copy.
goes to a lot of the like New England cons. So if you go to that area, but his dad, Greg LaRocque, drew that book. Drew at
Damn,
least
it's-
the Ghost Rider story.
Last two here, these were ones where I didn't think I'd ever own them, mostly because whenever you wind up seeing them, they're beat all to crap.
Right.
Marvel Tales, issue number 1.
Oh wow!
First
Holy
reprints
cow.
of the first appearances of all the characters you
All
see here
those
on the cover.
characters. Yeah. Wow.
And for people that can't get this, maybe you can get the issue number 2.
Wow.
Nice.
Origin
So
of the
freaking
X-Men,
good.
origin of
X-Men. Yeah.
all of them. First reprint of
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Yeah.
And for some
Wow.
reason, they just jumped to like Hulk number 3.
Yeah. 'Cause nobody
I
likes
think because
2.
they didn't get the color correction right.
Yeah, because now you get green Hulk, right? You get the non-purple Hulk or non-gray Hulk.
Gray,
Hulk.
yeah.
Wow. Rob, that was fantastic. Guys, what a great year you've all had. Holy cow. 2023 slaying,
Our cups runneth over.
right?
Yeah, baby.
Let's hope
does-
2024 is just
I was-
as either dismal or easier to pick stuff up.
I don't know how many more minutes I'm going to roll, but I was curious if anybody wanted to talk about their 2024 hopes and dreams, kind of like where they're going next year. Anybody know what they're looking for?
Do you remember those Marvel cards? I want all of those like in real life.
Which era? Which year?
You know, where they reprinted like the cards of Amazing Fantasy 15, Amazing Spider-Man
Yes.
number 1, Hulk 181, all this shit that I don't have.
Yeah. Hey, with the market coming down, maybe those are options now next year.
Yeah.
I would hope somebody goes, hey, I see the way that you take care of all your stuff. Here's just all the stuff I collected from back in the late 50s and
Yeah,
60s.
just hand it off to Rob.
I promise I'll take care of it. I swear. I'll pinky promise I will sell my soul.
Caroline, do you have any books that you're like know that you're targeting in next year, or are you a little more open to options, whatever falls in your lap?
So there is like there's an LB Cole cover that I'm looking for, and I think it's called Shocking Suspense Tales or something like that, but it's issue 23.
Crime suspense stories, the one with the hanging head and the guy with the axe.
Well, that's a classic golden age horror.
I have a print of that.
Let's see.
For me, I know I want that first new Teen Titans that DC Comics presents in
Here we
a
go.
super high grade. It's high on my list.
Spook Suspense Mystery is what I would
Interesting.
really So I'm gonna put this in the back with you, John.
Yeah.
And you can you wanna, I don't know if you can share it or not, but
I can't. I got all of Tony's powers.
it's an LB
Nice.
Cole cover.
This is not Tony's channel anymore.
So the cover that I sent you the link to is a cover that I would really like to find, but I'm going for more experience. Like I really want to get tickets to and book rooms for Heroes Con. Like I want to make that happen.
Nice.
Did you send it? Did you send it on Instagram? Where'd it go?
I sent it through private chat.
Private chat.
Oh, the private chat. Sorry, Blech, I'm looking in the wrong place.
Mhm.
All right, let me open a new tab.
Initially, I was supposed to meet Lady Fantastic on that cross country trip, but my dad made it so that was not going to happen.
Hey, your dad's older, and you just needed to get him to his place.
He's there now, and he's talking about coming back.
Oh, sorry, it popped up a little pop-up box. Get that out of the way. So there it is with the lady with the ghost face and the painter who's not seeing it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's drawing a beautiful woman, but there's a skull. So I think it's awesome. It's a beautiful LB Cole cover, and it'd be cool to try to find that. So that's the one I'm looking for.
Great Golden Age cover for sure.
Yeah. I don't, yeah. So I really have not quite ventured into Golden Age, and I want to say that I own at least one LB Cole cover. So,
Sure. I don't have a ton of Golden Age, so yeah, that's a beauty though.
Yeah.
Not my wheelhouse.
It's yeah. I mean, it's not mine either, but it's an awesome LB Cole cover, and I want to say that I have some of his art, and that's
There's a couple of like war covers from that era too that I really want to try to find, but I try to be very casual about looking for them because I know that they're just gonna break the bank anytime I find them.
Yeah, I know, same. But yeah, my main thing, I'd really like to go to Heroes Con. So
Sure, that's is that Atlanta?
Charlotte.
It's
June 14th to 16th of this year.
Okay.
Like I got a new job and I started on December 1st, and like I'm hoping that it's gonna be able to help allow me to indulge and have some of these experiences of traveling a little more,
Sweet. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Ian, any big goals for you in 2024? Anything you're looking for?
There's tons of little series that I'm still looking for. And I'm sorry, I have a whole pack of these card little
sleeves.
The little sleeves, yeah.
And they're all split.
That sucks, but it happens. It's a brand thing, so
Damn it.
Nobody's quality controlling that.
No.
there are certain brands that are, but you're obviously going to pay more for the ones that don't split.
Well, anyway, I love looking for, just whatever I can find to fill out runs. I'm still filling out G.I. Joe. I think I just started Transformers, even though I told myself I wasn't going to start Transformers until I finished G.I. Joe. But when I see a whole bunch of Transformers books in the dollar bin at half price, I'm like, I guess I'm starting Transformers now. So, but the big books are still kind of the same, right? I need my NYX3. I need a GSX1.
I need that.
I don't even know if I necessarily need the Wolverine trilogy. I had 182 and I sold it. I'm not sure that I have to get that. I really want that Alex Ross Champions 1 in 100. That's a big book. So, there's not a lot of big books that, except for really big books at this point,
Right.
So I'm kind of just waiting. It's not like I'm updating the list. It's kind of the same list. Those are 3 of the books that I've wanted kind of forever. So when I get them, I'll get them.
But I feel like you and Caroline are also 2 of the more savvy people who can look through several long boxes without a specific target in mind and still pull out a lot of books that you're like, this is a great book at this price. This is a great book at this price. So the awareness level is so much higher than I think your average person goes into those boxes looking with.
I'll buy that.
Yeah, sure. Feels like flattery.
Yeah.
Well, because it's facts, man. JD, anything you're looking for in 2024? I know that there's some big Lego sets potentially dropping. I got my eyes set on that X-Men Mansion. If they announce that, John's gonna like, I don't know, sell stuff to buy that X-Men Mansion, whatever that's going for.
Besides that, I'm trying, just like Tacoma, I'm trying to finish my Transformer, which I need one more issue.
Sure.
Number
Oh,
75.
Number 75.
Yeah. So if I find that, then I'll be done. X-Men, I'm always looking for X-Men books, trying to finish the run under 100. So slowly but surely, I'll find them here and there, so I get lucky. And
Yeah.
these guys, which I'll DM you, John, when I remember their name, when they have sales, that's where I find the books for $5.
I got to go with you next time.
Yeah.
I still have that Star Wars standee that I need to give you. So
yeah, and I have the coins for your daughters. So.
let's make this happen.
We have
Magic's
to.
got to happen next year.
And that's about it. Like everything else is basically like Caroline. I'll just go digging and the books just fall in my hands. So whatever pops up is what pops up.
I think that's what's that old saying of like, if you go looking for one thing, your odds of finding it are super low. But if you have an understanding of what the value is across the board, then your odds of finding something good, your increases massively, because you're going to be looking not necessarily for one thing, but for a variety of things.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Rob, did I start with you? And what are we looking for in 2024?
I'm just going to leave it off that if you're jumping onto eBay instead of going to your local shop, you're going to be getting better deals at your shop than you will be at eBay at this point.
Right.
If you're taking a look at stuff on Instagram right after Christmas through the beginning of the year, I will remind people that people have overspent because of Christmas and they need to make money back to pay their bills. And how are they going to do that? Well, do I really need this?
They'll take a lower bid, right?
Yeah, or they might start it for $1 and end it on a Sunday, and their loss, your gain.
Right.
This is a declining market, and for those that want to sustain in it, this is a great time for us.
No, I think it's a great time to, like, if you have a seller that you've been following a long time and you can bundle 2 or 3 books that you've been waiting on and get, pitch them on a payment plan to get those 3 bangers. That's what I did over summer, was like, I saw these books, the prices were coming down. Can I bundle an Avengers 4 and a FF52 into a bundle and then pay a payment plan? That was the only way I was going to get those books, was finding a seller who had both at a grade I liked and a price where I could payment plan it out and bundle them. Like, it made all the difference.
Yeah, I can look at eBay right now where I see a pretty decent copy, like maybe a 3, maybe a 2.5 of an Avengers 1. It's $2,700. He does not have a offer.
No.
Best offer. No, none of that. So
None of that.
I'm not even going to consider that.
No.
Plus, I also want to go out to Heroes Con, where there's a possible good chance that it'll be there too, and even cheaper, because they need to pay for their booth space.
And if you catch them on a Sunday when they're shutting down their booth and they already made their money back, are they going to be even better a price, right?
Perhaps.
Those big books on Sundays are always better to buy if you can afford to come around on a Sunday.
And when you're run collectors like us, let's face it, we've gotten to the point where we've filled up most of those runs, and now it's just those big books, and they're not going to fully come down. And unless you're having enough people that are jumping ship off of the whole comic market, they're not going to be like, hey, I'll buy that Avengers 1 for $5. Maybe at a swap shop. Point. Maybe at a flea market. Maybe. It's possible.
Maybe.
Who was it? Smiley Tori had an X-Men #1 that didn't have a cover. And what did she get it for? Like $10?
Absolutely swooped in like a vulture. Nailed it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Kudos to her.
All right, I'm hitting a wall.
Yeah. I'm gonna shut this down for Tony. Thank you to all of you for coming around. This was fantastic. Everybody, this has been Old Wolf's channel. I'm not Old
without Old Wolf.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony. Merry Christmas.
He's hopefully asleep somewhere. But yeah, Merry Christmas all, and to all a good night.
Good night. There you go.